If you had no time to even surrender, would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Lazarus, so you've been laid to rest. Lazarus, so you've been laid to rest.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 66th episode of FNV. FNV is short for Friday Night VTubing, and this is a show where I, your host Zarastro, interview various VTubers from all over the community. Tonight's a special one as we are holding it on a Thursday and not a Friday. That's for reasons outside of the studio. But tonight my guest will be Dancho Horang. I hope I said that right. That's how you said I should said it. But yeah,
No
Dan,
worries.
please say hi, introduce yourself, and give our listeners a fun little interesting fact about you that people might not know.
Absolutely. Good day, everyone. I am Dancho Horang, boss of the Golden Tiger at Casino, and in my humble establishment, we offer the greatest of entertainment for the best of times. So please, if that ever interests you, you have a night of good passion, a desire to play the grandest games, then by all means, we'd be more than happy to have you there. A fun little interesting fact about me. Let's see, this is actually a question that is asked for me quite often.
Okay.
And people often ask me, am I bald in real life? This is a little bit of a VTuber immersion break, but yes, I am bald.
Oh. You know, people don't usually ask me whether I have long hair in real life, but I do.
Well, to me, sort of bald is sort of an oddity, rare oddity in the VTuber sphere, where there is multiple colors of multiple length, So mine is asked a bit, just because it is a bit on the rare side,
It is, yeah. I think I've had like one bald child before. And I mean that as a VTuber father, because I do rigging. I've had one, but they were an android, so they couldn't exactly get hair.
I knew someone who was an android, and they went the bald route. And then when they got their little bit of a redesign, they betrayed me, stabbed me in the back, tied up my hands, pushed me into a river, and decided to grab hair.
Wow.
Wow. The betrayal I felt that day. It hurt.
Can't believe it.
It hurt so much. I cry.
I cry. Alright. Well, being a casino owner, do you ever play in your casino?
Casino boss, good sir.
Oh, sorry. Casino boss. Do you ever play?
More often than I have to admit. I have to specifically avoid the other pallors, including my own. For once I start, there is no going back. You will have to physically restrict me from hitting another button, basically. In fact, people often ask me, I must be loaded in liquid, or I must be rich. No. Where do you think my money goes?
Right back into the house. The house always wins.
Exactly. I never technically lose, but I don't win either.
All right. Now, what's your favorite game? In the house.
Now, is this question, what is the best game I'm at, or which game am I the best at? Is it that question?
we can ask that one, and then we can ask what's your favorite.
Okay. Well, my favorite is good old-fashioned blackjack.
Let's go! I'm a blackjack man myself. I fucking love it, and I'm great. I'm good. Whenever there's a game with gambling in it, because see, I don't have the money to be able to go to like actual casinos, and I don't feel like I don't feel like I wanna. Because I know I'm gonna develop an addiction. I've already got 2. I don't need more. So I'd rather just play my gambling games in games,
Mhm,
and I always go to blackjack.
That's why gacha games are something that ease my addiction towards anything gambling wise. But
Okay.
we stick strictly to gacha in that kind of regard.
Do you spend on gacha games, or are you free to play? I'll take that
I wouldn't
laugh as
say I would not say I am a whale, but I do indulge here and there as
okay.
a good old-fashioned graceful dolphin.
Graceful dolphin. Okay, so you splash every now and then.
I like to think of it as supporting the developers, you know?
Yeah, we all convince ourselves one way or another.
Exactly. It's like I don't go out of my way to spend money just because it's a gacha game. If I
Yeah.
like it enough, I know I'll play it for at least several months, then
Yeah.
hey, take my money.
Yeah.
Here, have this shiny golden coin.
Oh, I like that. I like
Well,
that.
thank
You just chuck that coin towards me at the end.
Yes, here, have another one.
Thank you. It's one of those chocolate ones, isn't it? It tasted pretty
Absolutely. I have to make sure that not all of them are metallic because I had several people try to, chew on them first.
nice. Well, I mean, I swallowed that one whole.
Exactly.
But it's fine. It's fine. Demons, we work different. I'm no human, so yeah. It works a bit different.
Sacrificial.
Yes. But okay,
Yes.
what's the game? What's the Gamba game that you're the best at then?
Slot machines.
What? Okay, but okay,
Just
listen.
good old-fashioned slot machines.
Listen, you
That
can't really be good or bad at slots, can you?
That's what I'm saying, though. I am the best at slot machines because, well, there's no skill involved.
Okay.
So therefore, I am the best at slot machines. Do I win often? No.
And that's why you play
Those
gachas,
are-
because you have better rates in gachas than you have in slots.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you don't need as much skill for the gamba as you do for blackjack.
Yes, but sometimes gacha can be even more cruel.
True.
Especially when they have
So
a
true.
percentage lower than 0.
Oh, so true. I feel you 100% there. I've been playing Ghost Frontline. I started playing it, like, when was it? Back in 2018, 2019. And then there was a period when, back then, I had to install the game through an APK because it wasn't available down here in South Africa on the Play Store. And then earlier in the year, I got a new phone, which is a Xiaomi Redmi 10C. And then I saw, wait, I can get GFL on this game. And since then, I've been logging in daily for even just my daily rewards. And now I've been playing it daily. And I don't know where I was going with this, but GFL can be quite cruel when it comes
I
to...
understand. I played GFL, although that game is more about gacha of the skins, isn't it? It's actually relatively easy to get each unit per se, but the skins, I hear people have spent loads and loads because for some reason they have made the skins the gacha, not the characters themselves.
I mean, there are two separate gachas. There's the money gacha, which is the skins, and then you get the character gacha, which is like the factory, and it uses all of the resources you get in the game and all that. And
yes, absolutely. Yeah. I quit that game after I couldn't get Tommy Gun, who is
Thompson.
supposedly Thompson, who is actually supposedly like the easiest units to get. She is the one unit I want to get. So after I used up all my resources, I quit because the game was taunting me.
I already got Thompson to ×5 dummy linked, which means I had to pull her 8 times, and I recently had to scrap 3 more of her.
How dare you? So I think I will just stick with the superior Nikkei game. I believe
You've been
that is
playing
all I
Nikkei.
need.
Okay.
Listen, Nikkei is actually a pretty well-made game. Now they recently
Are
launched
you
their PC version.
are you sure you're not just trying to cover because you like looking at jiggle physics?
Oh, 100%. I am not going to hide that fact. But at the same time, you kind of get numb to the jiggles, to be honest. While they're nice to
Actually,
look at
yeah.
here, there's so much going on. You kind of forget about the ass physics and more like, please die, please die,
Yeah.
please die to the
Yeah, no,
boss.
I can feel that. Like, I feel like that was the thing that got people playing it, and then they stayed for like the gameplay or
The
whatever.
actual gameplay.
Or
Yes,
they just dipped once they got bored of the ass shake.
Exactly, like whatchamacallit, this is also a game that I play actually in public. At first it's like, oh no, I cannot play this in public. Oh, holy hell, right?
Yeah.
But now I don't care, and I'm just thinking, hey, if they want to look at asses too, I'm fine with that, but I'm focusing on the life bars and the guns.
Like, the ass is there, but it's not the main focus. It's quite dead center in the middle of the screen, but it's not the main focus.
Exactly.
Right. Well then, let's hop into the first question that we have on the list. And Dan, let me ask you, what is your lore?
So my lore can be stretched to a. It can take a bit of time, but let me break it down.
No, if you want to take longer, that's definitely fine. That gives me more time to ask you questions about it.
Well, in that case, I'm still going to paraphrase just a bit.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, then allow me to share my lore. Basically, I lived among a certain beastman tribe. I am a tiger beastman, not a human, and in this tribe, all we knew was of peace. We hunted, we ate, we slept, rinse and repeat. Anything violent was just for the sake of training or perhaps some arguments that blew up in the area. Some of us prayed to the gods, others devoted themselves to their hobbies. It was a tranquil life, especially for me. But I made a wish upon a star where I could have a life of adventure, something more interesting, a life where I would fight to my very breath.
Gamba.
Oh, exactly. And oh, Lady Luck has decided to bring her blessing upon me. Before I knew it, there was a bright light. My entire village was burned. Fire, flames were scattered upon the forests. And before I knew it, I was captured. And I was brought to an underground arena. The first thing I remember is I had to fight for my survival. The roaring of the crowd, the ringing in my ears, the blood pumping through my head. All I knew was it was either fight or be forgotten.
Ooh.
And so that's how it worked. I saw a couple of my own beastmen there, but it was either them or me. And I had to survive, So the quest for my life was fast and chaotic. It was literally quite a gamble. My next opponents, my next weapons, even my food were all based off chance. But the more I won, the better my chances were. And this arena, I tell you, Zara, was full of the most ridiculous opponents I have ever seen. Fighting a kraken-like creature to someone who could summon the literal void. Well, me, I discovered I have the powers of the sun. I can literally shine.
You can shine.
And
you're Starlight. You're Starlight from the boys.
Exactly. This is not all tricks and shows. It's actually part of my powers, of the sun.
Yeah.
But so after years of being in this underground, they decided to let me go. And the thing is, Zara,
They just
when
let
they
the wait,
decided
wait,
to
they just let their star pupils, their star gladiator go. Pun not intended.
Yeah, even to this day, I still don't know why they would just let me go, but there was nothing else I knew. Years upon decades of living in this hellish bloody battlefield. Fights and battles were all I knew. So getting back into the civilian life was absolutely just the most difficult thing I had to do. But that's when I realized how small I was. So I went up to the mountains to meet my ancestors, of a little bit of my past to reflect upon my time. And there I found a tiger at the top of the mountain. It had the purest white coat mixing into its environment. It had golden stripes that just shone with absolute brilliance. But the most interesting part about it was the fact that it had a scar on its left eye, the proof of its existence. And before we knew it, our instinct said, "Let's fight." And so the battle raged on in this blizzard.
That's what's gonna happen with me when I see God and it's like, let's fight.
Hey, let our fists do the talking, right?
I mean, true. You kind of sound like a certain yakuza that I know. Goes by the name of Kazuma Kiryu.
He doesn't kill people, by the way. He never does.
No. My community has made that very clear. Kiryu Kazuma has never killed anyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after the battle with that beast, I found myself kind of buried in the blizzard. The only thing I knew, the only way to tell that it actually happened was a scar upon my face.
Okay.
That's how I knew that this battle was real. That's how I knew that tiger wasn't just an illusion. And so when I returned home, I saw this mirror where I saw this wild beast, this scarred, soulless animal, the red blood trailing down his every vein. I realized that this savage and wild creature was me. And so if I wanted to live again, perhaps I would need to do the opposite. Professionalism, class. That's what I needed. And so from that day on, I shaved off all of my hair until you could see the essence of my shine.
I did not expect that. I did not expect that toggle. To anybody listening to the audio only stuff, please make sure you go to the VOD and come to 20 minutes in.
I've been shining for a bit here and there now. But yes, ever since then I decided to become the boss of the casino. I wanted to spread my name, the fame, and the most glorious of times in the grandest of manners. For all gender, attitudes, form, and shape sizes. I wanted everyone to know who I was and know my name. For one day, I have this grand desire. I'm going to return back to the underground arena that raised me. But it's not out of vengeance. What I'm going to do, I'm going to become its new master.
Oh shit.
I will take over and make sure that I live as I live and I died as I died. The arena, it will be mine. And I will be the arena master one day.
Hell yeah.
That is my goal.
Hell yeah. No, I like that.
Thank you. It was sorry for rambling, but that is essentially the basics of my lore.
Can I invest?
We always do accept investors. Yes, be more than happy to have you there, Zara.
Alright, I've got 15 cans of Monster. Will you take
Do you
it?
have them in mango loco flavor?
I do.
Then you're on board.
Although we don't call it the Mango Loco.
No?
We call it the Mucho Loco.
The Mucho Logo.
Yeah. And recently there's a sugar-free version as well. That one's called the Ultra Mango Fiesta.
Oh, I was not aware of that actually. Oh
Yeah.
my. That does not from at least from the markets that I visit. It does not appear in the US market. So
Oh. Okay, well you have a lot of monsters that we don't have here, so I mean like the entire coffee line we don't have. I know y'all have like a black monster which is like blackberries or something. We don't have that. Yeah, no. Although my favorite monster, the one I have right next to me right now, is the Chaotic. It's a rebrand of the Chaos. The Chaos used to be just like pure orange. Like I once had a Chaos go flat because I forgot about it in the fridge. And when I drank it after it was flat, it tasted just like orange juice without any gas. It was just sweet orange juice. And then they rebranded it.
You are quite bold to lay out a monster just with their brand just straight on the table like that. Usually they avoid putting something so exact on the table to avoid any copyright issues.
Oh no, I am very clear. Monster, please fucking sponsor me. I will gladly accept.
My community often makes fun of me for wanting to, or they often make fun of me and tell Monster to sponsor me due to the shape of my scar. It was a complete coincidence that they look alike. The scar is actually shaped for the Japanese kanji of claw. Sume. Yeah.
Sume.
I used to go by the name of Sume before.
Oh.
But I decided to go with Horang, which literally means tiger in Japanese. Or, sorry, tiger in Korean. For I want to get back to my Korean roots.
So, what Dancho is his boss, right? So you were then Dancho... Well, I think Dancho is like an honorific kind of thing, right? It's a title.
This is why I don't actually go out of my way to correct people. So the correct pronunciation is Dancho.
Is it Dancho? Oh,
yes, Dancho with the hard A, right? The thing is, I don't correct people that often unless they specifically ask, because I get the confusion. It was a pure coincidence that there's Dancho the boss and I am the boss. I just didn't think about that correlation. So people automatically, especially in our VTuber culture, mostly 90% people have
I will see it and then think it's Japanese
media. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
something Japanese, something anime. So when they call me Dancho for the boss, they say, "Oh, it makes sense." I'm just okay, I'm not gonna correct you.
Okay, so what does Dancho mean then?
So Dancho does not mean anything.
That's just your name.
Yes, Dancho is how do I say? Dancho is an amalgamation of a certain reference that I myself will know and die with. Perhaps one day I will share the significance of my name, but I'll just tell you, it's not anything mind-blowing.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a silly little reference that
Sorry, there is some static in my ears.
Oh,
is that on your end or mine?
I am not sure. I do not have. You don't have static in your voice. I'm not dropping any frames. Am I still staticky?
Yes. Sorry, it is.
Okay,
quite piercing on my ears.
Hold up. Let me DC and reconnect. Hello? How's that sound?
Yes, there we go. Okay, that was
better. Okay. Can somebody in chat just tell me, is it staticky for you guys as well or no? because I would hate for my mic to all of a sudden sound horrible in the middle of a podcast episode.
Well, at least from my end, I think it sounds fine.
Okay. Well, that was probably just
Yes.
everything's normal. Thank you, Kira.
Mm.
What was I gonna
So
say?
sorry. What was the question that was asked?
I don't remember.
Sorry, dude.
I-
That just
I-
kind of like blew out of that. Literally blew my thoughts out of my head.
Same. No, my ADHD is not allowing me to remember stuff that well. Also, the little bit of whiskey that I've had is also not helping.
Let's see. We were
Well,
talking about.
I know we were talking about Monster. That's something I will never forget to talk about. But yeah, no, the can.
I remember we were talking about my name. Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, because
then,
yeah, no, I do get that when you say, like, when people see something, they will automatically assume, it's kind of like anime related, so people would say Dancho. But okay, I'll try and remember and just say Dancho.
Do not worry.
I'll just be calling it Dan anyways. So
do not worry. I won't go out of my way to be one of those grammar folks that just tell you, hey, you gotta say it this way.
Yeah.
No. I won't be too anal about that.
That was me when I said call me Zara. Not Zara. Not Zara. Zara.
Then you know how other people feel. Personally, I'm fine in that regard, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not too strict about that.
Yeah, no. I usually
I
don't
see.
go out of my way to correct people either. I'm just like, just call me Zara, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason, people oftentimes mess up the straw part of my name.
Mm-hmm.
But
Zarastro.
yes, there we go.
So
But
what is
yeah.
the origin of your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, see, the origin of my name is a bit of a weird one. So, I have a brother, and in high school, this is now all IRL stuff. In high school, he went and watched a play because he was a music student. So, him and the music class, they went and go watch an opera, rather, not a play, sorry. And that opera had the name of Der Zauberflöte, which is the magic flute, or the silver flute. I think it's the magic flute from Mozart. It's a
yes.
opera, and in there is a guy, the main antagonist, who has the name Prince Zarastro, or High Priest Zarastro. But his name is spelled with an S, exactly the same as mine, just with an S. And he came home that day and told me all about it. I was like, Zarastro, I like that name. I'm gonna take that name. That's mine now. And yeah, that's where it's from.
No, I can respect that. Like, sometimes you don't need the most complicated name. Sometimes I see people just like combining different origins into one simple name. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, it was just Zarastro. Zarastro has been my online alias for like years. I think that was since 2015, 2016, around then is when like most of my accounts were made, and it's like, Zarastro everywhere. I've got another one. Yeah, I've got another one that I used before that I'm not going to give out because that one I used for all of my personal stuff. So,
Of course.
yeah, I'm not going to give that one out.
Yeah, I respect that. Like, if there's a name that just kind of, clicks with you, then by all means.
Yeah. And since then, I've even gone so far as to introduce myself to new people as Zara, because I'm not the biggest fan of my real name. And like, if people aren't Afrikaans, they most likely won't pronounce it properly.
Oh, I see.
It's an
I
Afrikaans
did want
name.
to actually ask what I saw that in the YouTube description that you are a AFR. I want to ask what the
Yes.
AFR was. Is it Africa?
Yes, no, AFR is for Afrikaans. So that's my language.
Afrikaan.
Yes. So that's my home
interesting.
language. So that's just, I just put that there so that people can see, oh, hey, we're not South African.
That's actually really cool.
So, yeah.
I met actually an Uber driver who came from Africa, like a couple months ago when I was in New York,
Oh
and he
shit.
was a very down to earth man, very chill, and he was like on a mission in New York, and I respected the heck out of him. It was actually one of the most decent rides I've had for an Uber, because usually it's either shut up or please don't talk.
Yeah.
That's how you get a tip from me.
Well, that's how you get a tip from you. So you don't want your Uber driver to speak to you. You're just like, just take me to the place and
Yeah, Lyft or Uber. If you do not talk, you will get that. You will get that 10 to 20% tip from me. Okay, that's
damn.
how I like my. That's how I like my drive to be. I don't want to talk to you. Just let me listen to my music. Let me play my gacha games on my phone. Take me to my merry way. I had one Uber driver where for some reason he was going out of his way to constantly wake me up. It was a 2-hour drive, and I just wanted to sleep because I only had 2 hours of sleep prior, and he constantly kept waking me up. And I was getting a little grumpy at that point. Still,
Yeah.
I was polite, so I didn't say anything because it did seem like to me that he was trying to genuinely help me out. But after I got off, I gave him a 3-star review because, oh my lord, I was very annoyed. In hindsight,
Dumb.
perhaps maybe it would have been better for me to say something, right?
Yeah.
But being sleep deprived doesn't make the best decisions.
Oh, I can 100% attest to that.
Mm,
I can
absolutely.
100% attest to that. As an insomniac with a fucked up sleep schedule, yeah.
No, I can understand. I used to suffer from insomnia myself, but I am nicely cured from that infliction. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemies, to be honest,
Yeah, no, the insomnia I have isn't it's not diagnosed insomnia.
Mm.
Like, it's more just my body clock is so fucked that I only get tired once it hits 6 a.m.
Oh.
So I usually, luckily I don't have a day job that forces me to be up at early morning hours or something.
Oh,
So I work from home. I used to be a baker.
Yes, believe it or not, I actually used to be a baker. And I had to wake
y'all
up
heard
at
it
like
here
4
first.
a.m.
Y'all heard it here first. Dan doesn't just have cake; he's got the whole ass bakery.
Listen, sometimes the arena required some hands in the kitchen. So they forced me to wake up at freaking 4 a.m. to get some bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, it kind of hurt.
Did you get that bread though? Did they pay well? The silence says no.
There's a reason I'm no longer a baker.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I do not wish that. My schedule is just, I am a night owl. Let's just put it that way. My mother told me recently, so since I don't really have a proper job, I do have to do rigging full time right now. And since I don't have a job, she was like, hey, this one local radio station is hiring for night shift radio hosts. And I was like, hey, I might actually give that a try. I can I can put the show on as a reference. Like, I managed to run a show consistently every week for fucking 66 weeks by now.
No, I can understand that. Actually, the fact that you bring up the whole radio show thing, that makes me a little mad because prior to COVID, that was actually the career I was going to go for. But due to COVID hitting, they said, sorry, we can't take any more people.
Oh, wow.
And so I essentially lost a job. Why do you think I was so pissed when they kicked me out of the arena?
Fair. No, I could see it. You definitely have a voice for radio.
Thank you. I was whatchamacallit, not exactly podcast per se, but
Hmm.
I was interested in the the radio host sort of venture,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was going to be my sort of it was going to be my sort of introduction to then media entertainment because I had a good amount of connections,
Yeah.
but due to COVID, that it just blew all that out the window. Even my
Just gone.
connections barely interact with me because, well, lack of a common field.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you don't have a
salty.
field, if you don't have a field, what are the or field in common? What are the networks worth?
Exactly.
Nothing. But yeah, no, I can definitely see it. Can you just say like welcome to hospital? Actually, no. Welcome to FNV. You are now listening to the 66th episode.
Welcome to FNV, to the 66th episode featuring Dancho Horang BT.
Let's go. I like that.
There's usually like two types of radio voice you can do.
Yeah.
You can either do one of like, more sultry, more sort of like, as I just did, or you can go hype like, welcome to FNV, the only place where you can get the best interviews for the best times, featuring tonight's greatest host, Dancho Horang.
Wait, you're the
Don't
host
miss
now?
it now. And, that sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I can feel. I kind of want to go for like a vibe, a bit of both. Like, you heard my intro.
Yes.
I actually, right, that intro, I based it off of a game. I based it off of Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you know of Night City Radio or like the news and stuff, but when you when you boot up the game, for the first time, you know that video that they show right at the beginning, like almost like a trailer.
Yeah.
When you launch the game. Now there's
Yeah.
a guy who goes, "Good morning, Night City,"
Hey.
and I was like, I'm gonna steal that, and now it's become good evening, everyone. Welcome to.
There you go.
'Cause I just like that vibe. Although
Yeah,
I feel
no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like I enjoy particularly of the high vibe in the beginning, and then kind of just like slowly transition to a kind of just like more chill, comfy, like a lo-fi at the end.
Yeah,
that's what
definitely.
I prefer. That's exactly what I do in my streams too. So I still do respect people who just keep it, high energetic, just keep it hype for every single moment. I think that's fine. In terms of business wise, right? It is better to kind of go that way too, because once you do go down to the kind of more comfier hours, right? The more lo-fi vibes, that is also when the quote-unquote viewers do start to wane a bit.
True.
Because they no longer have the energy, but that's why attention span, the amount of hours, time management is all very important when you do this. It's not just go in podcast or radio and expect it from that. You have to really think about the attention span of your audience, because believe me, every year it's getting shorter and shorter. YouTube shorts kind of are the very example of how shit our attention spans are. It was TikTok at first, but now it's YouTube shorts, who are even shorter somehow.
And then you get people who still skip them.
Yeah, exactly.
You get people who just scroll through YouTube shorts, and it's like they see a second of the video and they scroll. And like I'm not one of them. I usually, when I watch shorts, I'm scrolling through it, I watch it, because my shorts is so tailored to me that they know what I want by now, so I watch like most of the stuff through. But then I see a YouTube short with just the date as the title, and I know, okay, no, this is not going to be worth watching. Scroll.
Yeah, no, I actually do understand that, because YouTube. That's why I say YouTube. If they just had a better streaming platform, they'd overtake Twitch, because like their algorithms have just been improving, like to a great degree lately. Like the stuff they recommend to me, even if the video is like 7 years ago, it's something I would click on.
When are they gonna start recommending me?
Oh man, you know how it is. You just gotta pump out that content left and right.
Well, I mean, if you've got the stream open right now, then hopefully I'll see you next time I'm live.
Absolutely. I'd be more than happy to join each time again.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on time zones. Most of the time, that's the issue. I stream for EU and Eastern Asia. I do not stream
I'm
for
most likely assume.
Americans.
But
I used to.
If I can be there, then of course I'll be more than happy to join.
Yeah. I used to stream at like, so I only stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the Fridays are only the shows. And I used to make it so that Mondays I start at like 10 a.m. my time, which to EST minus 7 hours, 3 a.m. So I cater to the night owls. And possibly the people who just come home from work in, like, you know, East Asia and all that, or just the whole Eastern Hemisphere essentially. But I as I mentioned, I struggle to sleep, so that means I struggle to get up in time. So yeah, let's just say that ship has sailed.
No, I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I've preferred making it just having a solid time. So my people know by now, between 12 and 4 p.m. GMT plus 2, that's roughly the time that I start, depending on load shedding. Which is the power outages.
Power outages are quite the ass to deal with, right?
Yep. I mean, we're used to it by now. It's been going on for 3 years by now. And it's predicted to continue until 2027.
I wouldn't be able to deal with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not with streaming being my livelihood at the moment, too.
Yeah, no, we just work around it. There's no other choice. Like, sure, you can install the UPS. We've got one UPS for the main living room TV, the Wi-Fi, the fans in there. But my room's too far away on the UPS, and my PC would kill it. Would kill that UPS so fast. So
completely understood.
We're considering solar, but solar is hella expensive. It's like 70 grand. Not US, I should add.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say
not
like,
US.
Oh,
I think 70 grand South African rand would be about 15k US. Let me check.
Well, honestly, no, I can smell the money in there. That's a very
not
nice
even
way.
Not even. It's like 3k, 4k. But it's between 70 grand and 100 grand, so that is between 4 to 6k. That's roughly where it is. But still, that's still a lot here.
No, I can understand, because you know prices are inflated in the US, but so I can understand.
Yeah. But okay, let's move on to one of the next questions that I have for you. And that is, what were some of your biggest influences or inspirations for your design?
So this also, to put it simply, right? I am a bald guy in a suit.
Yes.
That is my design. But there are those like
there are some
you
touches.
ever see like exactly you ever see the details where it's always like you know, there's like those like tiny but significant kind of details that sort of like make up the entire aesthetic. That is what I go for. So, you know, I've mentioned that I am a tiger beast man. Yes. Tigers have a very significant role in Korean mythology. They are a very highly symbolic, you know, they're very highly symbolic in Korea. In fact, there are certain drawings that say the Korean the words elude me right now. The peninsula, I think. Yes, the Korean peninsula is actually shaped like a tiger. Right.
Wait, what?
And so, yeah, like, let me see if I can. like there's actually there's like an ancient.
Oh shit! I see
Korean...
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I just looked it
Like,
up. Career shaped like a tiger. That's all you have to look up and you see it. Jeez.
Yeah. And honestly, you could do that for like any country, right? But the fact that someone went out of their way to do, sort of like that sort of thing, for the Korean country, I feel like there is like value to why we consider Koreans, or why we consider tigers so symbolic in our country,
I'm assuming then by you saying you're of Korean descent.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am 100% Korean.
Okay. I am
Which is why I wanted to go
100%
back
South
to my
African.
Yes. So Horang, right? Horang is short for Horangi. Horangi meaning literally tiger in Korean. So I just basically stylized it to say Horang.
Okay.
And yeah. So that being the entire, makeup of my design, my mother loves tigers as well. So she was the reason I actually went for tigers in the first place. Because, I was, Sume, right? So tigers didn't really come to mind per se until, my mother came into play. And then people ask me, why did I go for a ball design, something like this? Why did I go for that in this world of VTubers where, creativity is the limit, right?
Yeah.
And it really boils down to my father. My father, he's a man that I've highly respected since, my youth, but he was always a very busy man, trying to provide for the family. Even to this day, he's a workaholic, right? So he works about 12 hours a day, and worked even more during my youth.
Damn.
So I barely got to see him when I was a kid. The only times I saw him was when he was sleeping, or when at night he just happened to come home a little early. And then I remember this very fond memory. I forgot for which one it was. It was just like one of those like kid events. I think it was like my, let's say, 4th grade graduation, right? There, without warning, I saw my father, proud, cleanly shaven, in a suit. And I thought he was the coolest person on the planet.
Honestly, bald guys in suits, yeah. Bald guys can rock suits. Do you know who I think of immediately when I think of a bald guy in a suit? I think of Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson is one of my fucking idols.
Exactly. Even like Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide. They are
Mr. Worldwide,
the shining example.
And then if you're talking tank tops, you cannot forget Vin Diesel.
Oh no, absolutely. And that man even enjoys D&D to a passion. He is our nerd.
Actually, from what I've heard, he was kind of a pain to work with that one thing with, who was it, Roll20? I've heard that he was actually kind of a pain to work with, because 1, he was stoned, and 2, he was 2 hours late for a 4-hour session.
Yeah, no, I feel like that was just a bad decision on his part, but
probably.
Yeah.
I'll hold it against him.
Yeah. But in general, like my family has had a significant design or significance reference to my design, even with my, again, going back to my father. I mentioned in my lore that there was the lone tiger on top of the hill, right?
Yes. Was that your father?
I will not share my Korean name. It is sacred among my tribe.
Definitely.
But my name means the sun that watches over, right? The literal sun in the sky.
Okay.
That watches over. And my father's name is the lonely tiger upon the mountain. And so I added him to my lore, sort of to my design, so that it's kind of like me saying, like, Father, I will always be there to watch over you.
Okay.
So
I love that.
but yes, like even without my code, you can see. Oh, actually, let me remove my little puppet real quick. I didn't realize
I can
had.
toggle my code too.
Yes, reveal your sexy shoulders.
Yes.
But yeah, my design has a bit of like stripes across the little
I see
little
it.
suits.
I see
You know, my
it.
little
The
my little
pull,
golden
and
tiger
also on
crochet
the
right
tie.
there.
I like that. The subtle hints. I dig it.
Even my fur coat, it's supposed to be like the sort of it's supposed to be like a bit of the tiger's tiger's like how do I say the word? It's like the little fur next to like near
the mane.
Yes, the mane.
Kind of.
A tiger's mane.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to like be a little bit of a appearance reference to that.
Also, I like how we both have fur coats, and we both have scars over our left eye. Because I don't know if you've seen mine. It might not be. It's not as clear as yours, but it's there.
Yes, no, I've noticed it. I love scars on the body. I think they are
scars tell a story.
Right? A hardened story. Literally from top to bottom, the only thing you can see on my skin is my head and neck. So beneath my suit,
there are many more.
Oh yes, there are many more.
Do you look like Geralt? Dude, if there's one thing, if we're talking scars, right? If we're talking scars, now I'm a straight guy, right? But fucking Geralt's scars on his back. Oh my! I don't know if you've seen it, dude.
No, I've seen it. Yes, it is. Now I can't say 100% that to that degree I will have as many sexy scars as him, but if you are curious, this is how I look behind the suit for your eyes only.
Oh yeah, we're getting another FNV special leak. Let's go. Yeah, no, those are some nice scars. What do you mean? There's a lot of them, but damn.
Yes, they are supposed to sort of like look like a bit of a tiger scars or tiger.
No, I can definitely see it. Just like that one that I just sent you of Geralt with it. You know, the three scratches. That's basically like the hallmark of some monster. Or some beast. That's gotten into ya with their claws.
Scars are absolutely just phenomenal.
Yeah,
I love them. Actually, like within the future, I plan to do a little bit of a redesign. I'm going to change up my scar just a little bit as well.
Okay.
To a lot of people, it's iconic now, but for the sake of my sanity, I am going to change the design a bit because the last thing I do want is to get some sort of lawsuit. Because
dude, you're so scared of lawsuits. I'm waiting for two to happen. I'm waiting for Monster to either sue me or get me as a partner. And I'm waiting for Zara, the clothing company, to sue me over my merch. Because I've got merch, and I call it Zara merch. I'm pretty sure Zara isn't too big a fan of it, but hey, they steal artwork. I don't. Pay my artists.
Exactly. Well, it's less that I fear copyright. It's more it'll just be an inconvenience.
Yeah, when building your brand.
Not have to deal with the headache that will ensue. So just instead of always having that fear, or not fear, always having to wait for it to happen, I'd rather just knock it out the park.
Not have it happen at all. No chance.
And besides, it'd be a lot more advertisable. Because the one thing I had in mind, right, is because I want to sell my scar as well. You know, as like you said,
you want to make it part of your brand.
Yeah, and I want to put it as like merch, right?
Yeah.
But if I put this on a hat, people might think it's a monster hat, and that's where the issues may arrive.
True.
So yeah, that's why I kind of hold off on merch myself at the moment.
Yeah. No, that's why I make sure that my merch doesn't look like the merch of Zara, why I don't, if I put my name on it as Zara on the merch, I don't write it in a way so that people can think it is, you know, in the way that Zara's logo is. So like a big part of my whole brand is I like doing graffiti. And because like I've done digital graffiti. It's been a while since I've done it, but I'll send you a couple of the most recent ones that I've done. Because I've never actually gotten to
the stuttering it returned.
Oh, the static.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I would try to usually ignore it, but it does have those pops that really hurt.
Yeah, no problem. I'll fix it real quick. Let me just DC and reconnect.
Thank you.
Yellow.
Yes.
Better.
Yes.
It's wonderful what just disconnecting and reconnecting does, isn't it?
I hear that's sort of how a lot of 90% of problems are fixed in shops.
Yeah. But there you can see I'll just send 3 of my most recent ones of the graffitis that I've done. So I like building into my merch, just like, you know, the style of street clothes and graffiti, which is, I'll also send you a photo. By the way, if anybody's curious, you can type ! Actually, you know, I'll just do it for you. There you go. If anybody's curious in checking out the merch, it's what I think is reasonably priced. And
yes.
Let me just send you this is what I have right now on the current line of merch available, which is like on the hoodies and all of that. So see, it's kind of got that graffiti style.
Yeah, it's adorable too. It's adorable.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going for, and otherwise, you know, the logo is nothing like how you would look at Zara, the other store. It's like that. Also kind of graffiti style, you know, it's like a tag.
I see what you're waiting for now.
So my argument, if they were to ever make a case against me, is like, it's different enough to not infringe on their copyright and their trademark.
Well,
hopefully.
A big if it ever comes, I wish you the best. All right, God fucking speed. Sorry.
Yeah, no. But luckily, I think I'm still small enough to not have it be an issue. We'll deal with that when we deal with it.
You'll deal with it when it arrives.
Yeah, hopefully by then I have enough money from the merch sales to be able to afford a lawyer to fight them. Also, they'll have to take shit international, because South Africa, bitch.
Yeah, would they really want to chase all the way over there?
Would they? Right? Yeah, I don't think so.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no. So that's how I'm changing my brand around. I'm hoping to rebrand soon-ish again when I get the money, so that I can, well, not rebrand, you know, just get a new outfit, new model or something. Which I'm thinking 2 routes. One is more likely than the other. The one I'm thinking of is kind of like more graffiti street art style, like just street style. The other, which I'm thinking is the more likely one that I really want to go for, is a cyberpunk style.
Oh, that sounds great. Oh, I see my friend Bedu Flowers in the chat. Hey, Bedu!
Yeah, Bedu is everywhere. Bedu knows like half of the guests that I've gotten on. I initially met Bedu when I got one of her friends on, Takashi Sotodate, when I got him on way back at between like episode 10 and 30. And then I met Bedu and we became friends, and since then I've had her on. And then ever since, I've had like 10 more of her friends on. And like just every time she's like, hey, I know them. I'm like, of course you do. Why am I not surprised? And I think this time I knew that she knew you though. Because I know that she knew Kazutora as well. Because I had
Yes, yes, yes.
Kazutora on a couple weeks back.
Yes, when you actually sent me her screenshot, I was like, "Hey, that's my friend Kazutora."
Yeah, when I sent you the thumbnail previews, I was like, wait, let me just also show I have gotten your buddy on.
Yeah.
A fellow tiger.
Oh yeah.
I was at the
recognize.
beginning of the talks with you to get you on when I got her on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Kazutora is one of my oldest friends in the VTuber sphere. In fact, she's
yeah.
one of the first. She is one of the first people I've met as a VTuber.
Hell yeah!
And it's been almost 2 years now. We've actually have met up several times for some nice, delicious KBBQ.
KBBQ, let's go.
Yes, in fact, the next time we meet, it's on me, and she'll be handing me some literal tiger coffee, she says.
Oh, hey, wait. I need explanation. What is tiger coffee?
Okay, so it's literally just like a brand with, it's just a coffee brand with the name Tiger in it, right?
Oh, okay.
Like literally just that, nothing like, it's called the Golden Tiger coffee.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Yeah.
That sounds fancy as hell.
Yeah, so I look forward to it. Apparently, like, it's actually not that bad as a brand either.
Okay.
Or like it's not that bad as a drink, as a coffee. So I look forward to finally being able to drink something of it. But you have to do a drip style. That's
you have to. Okay. It's not instant.
Like it's not instant coffee from what I've seen. It is it is like one of those traditional like drip coffees that you have to do. So when I get it, I was planning already to get more like traditional drip coffee anyways.
Okay.
But it's like I'll just wait till then. But yeah, these I just sent it to you. That
looks fancy. That looks fancy as fuck.
Right.
That looks fancy as fuck. And I want some because it. Well, I can't really see the thing. Wait. Spicy and intense aroma. I like that. Subtle acidity. Ooh, okay. Medium dark roast. Delicate bodied. Sweet, toasty, and chocolate flavors. 100% Arabica whole bean. I want some.
Right? I'll let you know how it is once I finally am able to taste it.
I mean, I can almost guarantee you we don't have that here, and I am not paying the import fees. I am not paying the import fees. The thing I hate the most about living down here in South Africa, importing everything. If I want anything from overseas, I need to fucking import it. And everything has a tax. Like you've seen my merch, right? I showed it to you just now.
Exactly. Yes.
Now, it's about, what is it? When I paid for it, it was about $50 for a couple sample packs that I had. It's 50 to $70. Let's put it around there. Let's just see what that is in rand real quick.
Oh.
So $70, right? Is about 1,200 rand. Now, the import tax on clothes specifically down here in South Africa is 45%.
Oh.
So now you take the 1227 or 1272, sorry, South African rand, times that by 1.45. That I made a mistake. 1272 times what did I say? 1 point. Where's the point? Oh, it's comma. 45. That is an extra 600 rand, which is an extra $33. So for $70 worth of merch, I had to pay a total of 100.
Wow.
Yeah. And do you know what the reasoning is?
What's up?
Me importing those 2 hoodies and a shirt endangers the local marketplace or whatever.
Really?
The
Yeah,
local
why?
economy. That's the reasoning for it. At least that's the reasoning they gave when I imported a monomarth hoodie a couple years back in 2019.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the reasoning they gave. It dilutes the local market.
Yeah, honestly, that's honestly when I hear about the whole import taxes and all that good stuff, I think, you know what? I feel you.
Yeah.
Because my mother, when she went to South Korea for the first time in like over a decade, right? She actually was bringing just like so much American things in the bag. Like we had to actually have a luggage of about like 30 to 40 pounds with all the things she stuffed in there.
Damn.
Yeah, it's amazing that we even found an actual like luggage that fit all that.
Damn.
It was huge, and guess who had to carry it?
You.
Ding ding ding.
I mean,
That's
hey,
what I
you're a
do.
big, strong man. You're 7 foot. You can do
Well,
it.
yes, but ding ding ding. That was my cue to head back to the gym.
Wait, how much? Let me check how much 30 pounds is. That's 13 kilograms. Jeez. Yeah, sorry. Whenever anybody uses American fucking terms or whatever, I need to convert first.
Oh, don't even apologize for that. I understand greatly.
You know, at least I'm better than the British. At least I only use metric everywhere. Not like the British that decide, you know what, we'll use metric everywhere except when it comes to distance and speed. There we'll use miles. For some reason. And pounds and weight. Weight, they use pounds, and money, they use pounds. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't apologize. My sense of measurements have been screwed because growing up as a Korean American, I was used to the Asian quote unquote the other systems and whatnot. But then my American teachers insisted that I use the American system. And I was so awfully confused as a kid. I didn't know what was right because my parents would use this, but my teachers would use that, and so I got effed up.
Damn.
I got effed. Even to this day, I still don't know how exactly 3 miles is.
I don't either. I don't either.
I know it in terms of math, but if you want me to actually picture how long 3 miles is, you might as well say just go there.
How much is 3 miles? It's 4.8 kilometers.
Sorry.
So I'm assuming you use kilometers then.
No.
Wait, what do you use then?
I use American designs.
Huh?
We use grams. We don't actually use kilograms here. Like G's instead of kg. Oh wait, are we on the same page?
Yeah, I use kilograms. Like if something's heavy, you don't say it's like it's 10,000 grams, do you? Or do you say it's?
Oh no, pounds. Sorry. In that case,
you use pounds. Yeah, that's American.
Yes, we use pounds. Yes.
Wait, but what do you use in terms of distance then?
Miles, feet, inches. That sort of thing.
Okay, yeah. So you still use the American system there, but oh no, I was just confused because you said like you use the Korean systems when it comes to like miles or to distance. I was like not knowing how far 3 miles is.
No. What I was saying was I got screwed over. I used it as a kid, right? I used it as a kid because my parents would use it. But then they
use metric.
Yeah.
So your parents use metric and the rest of America uses imperial.
Yeah, yes. And then like to today, even still I don't know the how do I say? I don't know my measurements basically. In terms of math, I do, but in terms of pure like
Distance.
how do you convert, how do you, yes,
Yeah.
any of that stuff, I am still just awfully just not aware of that thing, and I don't plan to be, because f that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be I'm just gonna enjoy some nice like math on the internet. That's it.
I'm just gonna use my calculator. I've just got
Exactly.
I've just got like 20 different converters bookmarked, you know.
Exactly. And to be honest, I don't even have to worry that much about that thing, because a lot of people are terrible at math. Like they are terrible at math.
I used to
had
be
someone
alright at
legitimately-
math. I scraped by in 12th grade with like 70%. But then again, from what I've heard, our schools are a lot tougher than American schools. Like our grading system as a whole is just more intense. Until recently, they had to lower the standards for
Yeah, no, I can
political
understand
reasons that I'm not going to get into.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No
So-
worries, no worries.
No, I'll just state it has to do with apartheid happening 20 years ago. More
I
than
see.
20 years ago, almost 30 by now. Next year it'll be 30. So it has to do with a whole bunch of that stuff, like rectifying, double standards, politics, stuff that I'm not willing to get into because it's not something that I wish to discuss on an online platform.
Right. No, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
my-
perfectly down
well-
to discuss it all in a private call and all that, but I'm not discussing politics on stream.
Of course.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only reason I mentioned the math thing is just purely because I had an individual, my friend, who legitimately asked me, what is 64 divided by 8?
64 divided by 8, that would be 8.
Yes. He thought it was 6. And I just looked at him.
I'm
Just
sorry,
staring.
8 times 6 is 48.
Yeah. So I asked him, hey, what's 8 times 6? He said 52.
No.
And I'm just looking at him because he's not a dumb person. But the fact that he didn't know this, like, and keep in mind,
Wait,
he is
52.
Asian, so he-
Wait, 52 ain't even a factor of 8.
Yeah,
It's not divisible by 8. It'll give you 4. It'll give you 6.5.
Exactly. So, and keep in mind, he's Asian, so there's that whole like Asians are good
Okay,
at math
yeah.
stereotypes. Let me tell you that this motherfucker is, sorry for cursing, this
you can
guy
curse.
is the reason why that stereotype does not work.
I mean, hey, every now and then you're gonna have people proving a stereotype wrong.
Exactly. Although I don't think I'm bad at math. I don't think I'm good at math either, but I'm better than other people. That's all you
decent.
really need.
I'm decent at mental math. If it's something smaller or whatever, I can do it. My alarm, my alarm actually trains my brain a bit because normal alarms don't work for me. As I mentioned, I struggle sleeping, but once I do fall asleep, I struggle waking up. So my alarms cannot just simply be loud noise next to me that I can simply snooze in my sleep.
Yeah. Of course.
So I use this app called Alarmy, which I've been using since fucking 9th grade. That is, I'm dating myself now. I don't care. Everybody knows my age by now. I'm 21. So 9th grade, I was... I matriculated in 2019. Got into high school in 2015. So 9th grade was about 2016, right? And yeah, so that's when I was in 9th grade. And yeah, so I've been using Alarmy since then, and they have this function where in order to switch off your alarm, you need to do maths.
Right.
Now, the version that I choose is 3... what was the voice crack? 3 two-digit numbers or 3 random numbers between 10 and 100 that you need to add together 3 times to switch off the alarm. Now, my alarm's loud. So that makes sure that I wake the fuck up. So that's how I then train my brain to just like, wake up and like get some small math practice in at the beginning of the day.
It's actually funny you mentioned that, because there are actually alarm systems where you have to, in order to turn off the alarm, you have to answer like a set of questions. You have to do some math. There are apps like that. I'm thinking, listen, the thing is, right, in terms of sleeping, right, I love sleeping.
Yeah.
I just hate going to sleep and I hate waking up. I procrastinate when it comes to sleeping, and I hate waking up.
You're describing me perfectly right there.
Yeah, but I love being asleep. I love sleeping in. That is my pleasure. That is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
But other than that,
me and some construction workers robbed you of today, for which I apologize if I in any way, shape, or form aided in that.
No, do not worry. In fact, I guess you can say it was a small blessing in disguise, because when you messaged me, I was only able to get what you requested to you because I was woken up by the construction team. If they did not wake me up, you probably would have maybe seen me like right before our little agreed upon time.
Yeah, because when you sent me the PNG, my power was about to die in 35 minutes.
No, I see. So you were a little bit on a rush trying to get all that done.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I hope he wakes up soon. And then you did. And then you sent me the thing. I was like,
told you about. Yeah, and then I told you about like, I messaged you at 6 a.m. my time after finishing a 10-hour long stream.
Was that at 6 a.m.?
Yeah, no, that was at 6 a.m. for me when
you added me on Discord.
Going to sleep.
When you added me on Discord.
Yes. That was 6 a.m. for me. Yeah, that is when I was that is when I was finished with my stream after 10 long hours.
I had roughly just about come home at that point. Because I was out all day. So I don't know if you know, but I've had so many issues this week. Monday, before I wanted to start stream, my PC fucking died. My motherboard is dead. I took it in. I took it into my guy that we go to for all of our PC repair stuff. I took it in. He said, okay, he'll check it. I am in a queue though. This was at 3 p.m. on Monday. I was in a queue. He had 2 other computers ahead of me that he had to work on. Then the next day he's like, okay, I'm starting to work on your thing. I have no idea what the fuck is wrong with your thing. Something is broke and I don't know what. Because the PC just simply, he would press the button, the fan's lights would go on, there would be no beep, there would be no post, nothing would happen. There would be light and that's it. The fans would start spinning and that's it. Nothing would happen. So we figured out, okay, the motherboard's dead. Then yesterday, right around 6, because like in between that time, he was like, I'm trying many different things and I cannot get this thing to work. And I'm just like, okay, well, I need my PC. I can do literally nothing. Like the entire Monday, Tuesday, and full Wednesday until like 6 p.m. I was sat with my phone and that's it. I can watch YouTube, I can watch my fucking anime and play gacha, that's it. But my phone only has that much battery power. Along with that, my power going out where I can't charge my phone. I was bored out of my mind and getting frustrated. So I luckily still had my old motherboard that I had with my old CPU and RAM in it. I took it in, I was like, put this in, please. Let me just get my PC back. And last night I finally got it back. It's working now, as you can clearly see.
yeah.
And we're working on stuff to get other ideas to get the other stuff fixed. And then today, my second monitor is still dead. So I was like, okay, I think the display port on my graphics card is dead, or it's the adapter. Either way, I need to fix this. I was out from 12 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. searching for a DVI-D to VGA adapter / converter / whatever the fuck you want to call it. Nobody has DVI-D. Everybody has DVI-I. The difference 4 little pins make. So it kills me. Luckily, I found a guy. He said he can order it in for me. I'll get one Monday. So,
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I understand that. I've had my own issues. I'm glad most of them are just fixable now.
Yeah.
But having internet or even computer problems as a VTuber is just the worst thing in the world.
For real.
For real.
Especially if you're not just a VTuber but a rigger as well, and like this is your whole life basically.
Oh yes. Like, it's practically like, how do I say? It's like going to a construction job with no arms.
Yeah.
You can probably still do it, but it's gonna be hard as hell.
Yeah.
You might as well go to something else. Like, I'm sorry.
For real. Like, I had to become a VTweeter for 2 days. Oh my god.
Oh, I understand that. Oh yeah, I do understand that. Oh yeah. So, was there any other questions?
We still got a bunch. We've only done 2 on the main list.
Well,
But
okay.
yeah,
We've gotten very distracted.
We have, but that's what the show's about. Us just chatting. That's mainly what the thing is about. If we're having fun and we can go an hour and 23 minutes and we've only handled 2 questions, this is a good show for me. Like, we've had a good vibe. We've had many laughs by now. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But okay,
Absolutely.
I shall move on to the next question and then ask you who or what inspired you to become a VTuber? What led you down this path?
So that's an interesting question. The thing is, I've always wanted to be a content creator since, the old days of YouTube, right?
Same.
But I could never really put my foot out there because I do suffer from mild paranoia, right? The fact that I had to show my face never really sat well with me, especially, in the age of the internet, right?
Oh, definitely.
And I could have gone the whole route of like, not show my face, be one of just the voice type of VTubers. But unless I had very good content,
that was going to be hard as fuck.
Yeah, it would be very difficult, especially if I want to stream, right? Like, I better be a god at the game I'm playing if I want to attract any viewers. It's just a voice, a streamer, right?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that just your voice alone would probably have gotten some people.
Perhaps. But, at the time, I was not really confident in that endeavor, right? And then, there's the whole, like, there's people who did, like, PNGs of, like, themselves as, like, robots. There's there's a Nutaku with, with this thing. But that didn't really register to me at the time. I didn't really think about going that route. I just saw them and just like, oh, that's nice, right?
Because, but I think that's the way that they did it back then was different. Like, before VTubers became a thing, I think, like, they had, like, 10 different poses or whatever, 10 different art pieces that then in editing, they would have to go and change them around and move it a lot, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
because that was not automatic.
And then I didn't exactly have any, I didn't have any exactly artists to like depend upon to make me all that either, right? So the thing is, so I've always wanted to do that for a while, right? And then, like many VTubers, many early VTubers, right? It was Hololive that kind of like got me into the whole VTubing sphere.
You fell down the hollow hole.
Oh yes. Pecco, Marine, and Corone. They're my favorites. Coco, rest in peace.
I mean, she still lives on somewhere else.
Absolutely, but so them doing the whole VTubing thing, bringing the VTubing into the market is what kind of got the dice rolling for me. I'm thinking like, hey, wait a minute. If they can do this, then I want to do it. This is exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
A way to express myself, a way to be seen, but
without showing your face. Yeah.
like, here's the thing about me, right? If you're my friend, like I had many VTuber friends who actually know how I look like, I don't mind showing them as long as we have that mutual trust.
Honestly,
However, putting myself on the internet, however, is not something I ever want to do.
Yeah, like I've done many video calls with just some buddies. Like I know what a lot of my friends look like IRL and all that, and like sometimes we just like share a selfie or something. I had Snap for a while, and I had a bunch of my friends on there as well, where it's like, you never see their faces, and then you just go onto Snap and you see, hey, they sent me a photo. Sup, how you doing?
Yeah,
and you send a Snap back. But I would, then, whenever there's like the VTuber versus IRL, no thanks. I'll pass on that.
And, yeah, exactly. Like, I even met several, VTubers. Like I said, Kazutora, right? She and I met up for some KBB group. Yeah, I actually like meeting new people. That's why for collabs, I love meeting new people. When they say like, hey, do you mind if I put you in with this and that? I'm like, yeah, by all means, I would love to meet them. I love meeting new people. Especially, I don't have any issues with like meeting up online as long as you give me a good vibe.
Yeah. Do I give you a good vibe?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. I'll pass the vibe check. I'll pass the vibe check, guys. Let's go.
There you go. You passed the vibe check. Here, I have another one. But, but yeah, it's like VTubing has been an instrumental part of like content creation. The only thing I really wish is that I kind of wish VTubing started a little earlier, because I am at the age where it is time to pay for the expensive shit. And VTubing cannot unfortunately sustain everything, not at my current status.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever disclosed your age, or no? Do you also keep that private?
I am 126 subtracted by 100, so
okay.
Yes.
Oh, you're just 5 years my senior then.
Yeah, but then it's just due to my circumstances, it's a little bit of more pressure than usual.
Yes,
but
definitely.
I won't get into that in general, but so it was honestly, this is something I've always wanted to do, and it was thanks to Hololive that I finally got to eventually get into it. I just said, although I was, to be honest, I could have always done it earlier, but I was honestly making excuses. My paranoia did kind of factor into it, but I was procrastinating, making excuses until one day I said, "Fuck it." And I hit that live button.
Dude, we have so much of the same story.
Exactly.
Because I started out making videos back in 2018, just faceless videos, fucking cringe ass Fortnite Save the World content with a couple buddies in a voice call. We made some stuff. I made a bunch of videos. I had videos going out weekly for about 2 months, and then we all stopped playing the game, and I didn't have anything else to make content of. So my channel was dead. And then when VTubing came along, I was like, dude, I want to do this. But I just kept making excuses, kept procrastinating until eventually I got one of my friends to make my OC. I split it. I learned to rig. Because I was like, wait, getting someone else to rig it is expensive as fuck.
Oh, yes.
So let me learn how to do it myself. And then maybe if I get good enough, I can do commissions.
Yeah. No, I can understand that. Rigging is so expensive. Sometimes it can be more expensive than the model itself.
Yeah, which I am not a fan of. I shall state this. I want the art that I work with to be more expensive than me. Because that way I know that the art is going to be quality. Because a rigger can only do so much as the art allows it. Because I've had art pieces that were worth $50 when my commission was like 400, and I can't make art look amazing.
No, I can understand that. I often hear, actually, when I came into VTubing, I didn't know about the whole rigger artist thing. Like, I didn't know they were separate. I thought the artist was also the rigger. Because my current and first Mama is the art gun, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, so that's why my model is quality. That's why you can see all these high quality animations and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I was not aware at the time that there was a difference between the two. So I literally got spoiled by her. And the thing is, though, is that because she provides such quality in both her art and the the animations,
Yeah.
she does cost quite the pretty penny.
Oh, definitely.
So that was many months of working in this casino that I had to save up for.
A lot of late nights, a lot of losses, a lot of wins.
Exactly, absolutely.
But I dig that. A lot of I like how much our getting into VTubing aligns. But okay, let me then ask, so who or what inspires you now?
Who and what inspires me now?
Yeah.
Let's see. I could chalk it up to very specific individuals, right? But I would like to say first and foremost my community, right? My community is honestly one of the best I could have asked for. How supportive they are, how much they allow me to be me is just simply quite amazing. Like all these things I had to hide away in real life, right? The fact that they allow me to present it here and are enthusiastic about it, they are encouraging me to do it. For example, brings me such immense joy. Like, for example, I mentioned my 10-hour stream yesterday, right?
Yes, yes.
It was all about poetry. I was writing poetry for so many VTubers who have applied to my thread, to my tweet.
But I missed it. I missed it.
Don't worry, there's always next time.
Hell yeah.
But like poetry is something I never really, pursued per se. It's something I always liked, but I never really went out of my way to talk about because it wasn't really something people were interested in, among my mutuals, among my friends.
Fair.
But and yeah, it's like when I just did it here, I thought, I'm just gonna do it just cause, right? I got no other better idea. It's like, why not do a poetry slam, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem.
And then to my surprise, it went splendid. There was obviously over 10 fucking hours this stream, and let me tell you, it was not just 10 hours. In total, it was 16 hours.
Oh,
because I did 6 hours. I did 6 hours on the day of Valentine's. The 10 hours was on the 15th.
So that's 16 hours of poetry writing in 48 hours.
And who knows, it might be like 17 hours, just 30 minutes, things like that sort. Who knows, right? But I'm just saying 16 plus for the sake of my math.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like being able to do something like that is why I immensely love my community, and they are really my inspiration. They are your hype men. Exactly. But if I had to give like shout out to specific individuals, I say perhaps one of them would be my good friend Yami Umai, the vampire boss.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure if you've seen him.
I've seen him around. I've seen him around. I've tried getting him on the show as well. I think his DMs are closed though. I don't remember. I might have reached out to him previously. If his DMs aren't closed, I definitely have.
Yeah, no, Yami can be a little notorious for being a bit late to his DMs. Even his best friend Trix VT can attest to that.
No, I've not DM'd him yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but he didn't do this specifically for me, right? But it's just the kind of guy he is. But we got along very well. We used to hang out a lot more back then when he first started out, and it's sort of like it was his charisma, his playfulness, like the manner of his overall character, right? Yeah. So I was sort of in a rut. I was kind of like stuck in streaming, and at a certain point, I even thought about quitting because I was just kind of in that mental rut about everything. But after hanging out with him, I got introduced to a lot of different people as well, right? And honestly, the root of all that can be led to Yami, which is why he has one of my biggest respects out of anyone on the VTuber platform. And right now, like also a special shout out to my main mods, Renry and my mod Atramentum X, right?
Okay.
If Yami was the cog, if he was the wheels to start the gears, or if he was my gears, basically, if he was my gears to like bring me back, enjoy streaming again, right? Then it's Renry and Atramentum X are the oil. They are the oils that kept the gear turning.
Okay.
So yeah, my community, my buddy Yami, and Atramentum X with its Renry, they are my current inspirations to keep going like this.
Okay.
Like even if I quote unquote get a real job, as long as I can stream, I'm happy and content with life.
A quote unquote real job. Listen, don't hurt me like that.
Hey, that's why I put quote unquote, okay?
Damn.
Quote unquote. Just
Okay,
quote unquote, man. Okay, I'm saying.
I'm gonna apply to book audio next week. That's the radio station. That's the radio station, bulk audio. I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna apply as Zara, and hopefully they'll accept me and allow me to be on the show as Zara and never have to reveal my real name.
I mean, it sounds good to me, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's easy. It's easier than my normal name.
Exactly.
The only caveat is I'm so used to hosting the show in English, and the radio station, as you might have been able to tell from the name, Bulk Radio, Bulk Radio. You have to troll the R. It's Afrikaans. It's an Afrikaans station. Now, Afrikaans is my first language, but
yeah,
I don't know if I'll be able to run a show in Afrikaans. And I don't know if I'll be able to listen to Afrikaans music for 8 hours. So that's probably how long the shift is going to be, from 10 to 6 a.m. No, that's a night shift.
Yeah, no, I can understand that, to be honest. That is something. If they asked me to come to Korea, for example, do some Korean radios, I wouldn't. Nope. That's not something I would be able to do because of how used to I am to just like the English Western side of things,
Yeah.
Because not just speaking Korean, that would be the issue. It's just like their entire new culture, their mannerisms that I would have to learn up as well.
Oh yeah.
And I might just be canceled on day one.
There are only 2 words, at least that come to mind, that I know in Korean, and that's annyeong. I probably said that wrong, which I believe means hi or hello. In a
Don't worry, you're fine. Annyeong.
Okay, yeah, annyeong, and 감사합니다, which I think means thank you.
감사합니다, yes.
감사합니다, yeah. The one I know from Overwatch.
Pretty nice.
I know annyeong from Overwatch from playing D.Va a lot, and the other one I know from playing DBD as Trickster, where if you do his mori, he says thank you at the end, and then just 감사합니다.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all of my Korean knowledge right there.
No, honestly, I say this to everyone, right? Korean out of like the quote unquote the 3 biggest Asian languages, right? Japanese, Korean, and Chinese, right?
Yeah. Oh, Mandarin.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean specifically like Mandarin. Obviously Cantonese. I mean in general, right?
Yeah.
But I actually say Korean is the easiest to learn out of all the languages for at least English speakers, because we use an alphabet system just like the English language.
Oh.
Yes.
The
only reason why
20,000 kanji you have to learn.
No. There's no like if you miss even a single dot, it means a completely different word. No.
Okay.
We don't have any. We use a very simple alphabet system. Or we use the same alphabet system. It's just that the only reason why it can get difficult
It's
is
vocab.
because not the vocab, it's grammar. The grammar
okay.
it's simpler than American, but it's still it can use like an American like grammar system, and Americans themselves are already terrible with our own grammar. So because our English is just convoluted as hell, right?
Yes.
Our own rules break other rules. So there's all that joy. But like in general, like I say English is something, or I'm saying Korean is something that EN speakers would have an easier time learning compared to like the other Asian languages, in my opinion, at the very least.
Okay. I might get into studying Korean at some point, because I love languages. Learning languages is fun to me. I've started learning many. I'm only fluent in Afrikaans and English. So what the other one that I'm most fluent in is most likely Japanese, and then after that, Swedish. Because I love Scandinavian languages as well, and just like Scandinavia as a whole. I used to be obsessed with Vikings and Norse mythology. Like there was a time in my teens when I considered converting to paganism.
Really, paganism? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, to like the Norse stuff, but it was not a very long lasting phase. And in this case, I will say it was just a phase, Mom. Don't worry. And I have to say that because my mom listens to these episodes every now and then. So don't worry, it was just a phase, Mom. But yeah, no, I just love languages in general. And a way that I thought of getting out of the country and getting a stable job is teaching English in Japan. But for that, I need a bachelor's degree. Like getting the TEFL degree, easy. TEFL is teaching English as a foreign language. That's what TEFL is. Like getting that one is not that hard. It just takes about like years of hard work. 8 years of hard work.
Actually, I do gotta warn you a little bit about that. So I've known of many individuals who had that. Even I have a VTuber friend right now who is currently in Japan for that sort of thing. It is you have to realize that it is based off it's also based off like a contract. So you only be there for a couple amount of months, years, whatever the contract says.
Yeah. No, I know that.
And this is specifically an American problem, but once you return back from Japan with that sort of like degree, right? It can be difficult to find other sort of careers if you heavily invested in teaching English in a foreign language.
Okay.
So just a little bit of warning, for not specifically to you, perhaps, but like
just as an overall, No, but the thing is, right, with if you want to go teach in honestly most countries, you need to have at least a bachelor's degree. You need to have a degree behind your name. There are some countries where you don't need it. I believe Spain and Argentina are two that just come off the top of my mind. I think Thailand might also not require a bachelor's degree. But everything else, you need some form of higher education to qualify. So for Japan, that's at least a 3-year degree. So I was thinking, I could go for a bachelor's in language, and then if things don't work out with TEFL, I can always come back and teach language at a high school or something. Because there are a bunch of schools here that aren't just English or Afrikaans. Some of them have German, they have French, they have... and those are the main two that are usually taught here in schools. But not all of the schools do them. Like my school, for example, was just English and Afrikaans, that's it. No third language.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that. I'm fine with sticking with 2 languages, Korean and English. Maybe some Japanese on the side, just because like the way VTubing can go. Yeah,
but, because it's so heavily ingrained, or based on Japanese culture and all that.
Exactly. So with that, like, that's honestly the only three languages I'm gonna stick with. Spanish, Chinese. I would love to learn them, but I ain't got the time nor the
Yeah.
energy to dedicate.
Yeah. I would want to learn Portuguese strictly because if an online game doesn't have South African servers, we automatically get put into Brazilian servers.
You are going to Brazil.
Yeah, no. Games send me to Brazil all the time. Like, legit all the time. And then the entire chat is just filled with Portuguese. And I'm like, I have zero idea what the fuck you're saying. Like, I don't know if you're cussing my mom out. I don't know if you're saying I played a good game. Sometimes there's a word that seems familiar and I'm like, hey, I can induce or deduce that word means fuck. Or fuck you.
Yeah, no, I can understand that, to be honest.
Yeah. But the next question that I have is, what about VTubing fascinates or interests you the most?
What about it? So I share this with a lot of VTubers out there, right? In that I used to come from a heavy role-playing community, right? So, writing stories, writing, literature with other people, that's something I'm very used to. And again, I already talked about before that, VTubing was a great way for me to start content creation without ever having to reveal myself, which was like the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
And what fascinates me about VTubing, though, is the fact that people can come in with a quote-unquote character. They can express their greatest creativity. They can express themselves within that sort of like within their persona, right? They can be who they are, but add that little like version of fantasy. So it's like role playing come to life, LARPing, but with live 2D models instead.
It's L2D LARPing.
Exactly.
Live 2D
And that's
action
what
role
really-
playing.
Yeah, and that's what really like fascinates me the most about VTubing, because it really opened up a lot of doors to so many people, including myself. Like I tell you, the amount of people that have told me actually, like if it wasn't for VTubing, that they never would have like started streaming. Even for like current people who like blew up, right?
Yeah.
Who blew up and became viewer or like VTuber streamers with like 100 to 1,000 viewership, right?
Yeah.
Like I've talked to a few of them that said like, yeah, if it wasn't for VTubing, I never would have started streaming, to be honest. And among other things, because a lot of people value privacy, right?
Oh yeah.
There are VTubers who actually have been an IRL streamer and then they transitioned into VTubing.
Yeah.
I think that really fascinates me, how much more and more VTubing is becoming a more mainstream thing. We're still pretty niche, but it's becoming more mainstream with like,
it's becoming more widely accepted.
Yeah, like Fei, for example, appearing on New York's the big screen. The HoloLive members appearing in the news, like the American Fox News and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
the 10 biggest YouTube streamers, the top 9 being VTubers, and then at number 10, the 10 biggest female YouTube gaming streamers, being being all of the mostly all HoloLive, and then number 10 comes in Ray Valkyrie.
And then we have on Twitch like Iron Mouse being the only VTuber among the top 10. And like, in fact, she might actually, despite being like the lower of the top 10, she's like one of the more higher subscribed.
She's number 1, isn't she?
I believe I'm not sure if she's number 1 or number 2 now, but yeah, she was pretty high up there, right, in terms of like most subscribed. So it's fascinating to me just how much power that VTubing is coming with, and who would have thought it all started with HoloLive,
Yeah.
Like, of course, VTubing probably existed before HoloLive, but they're the ones who brought it towards the market, Like that's why we praise Yahoo. Like or we just praise his goddamn intuitive mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what fascinates me most about the entire VTuber sphere.
Wait, wait. Mousy isn't even in the top 20 of most active subs?
Oh. Probably not now. But back when
Not
she did her
now
subathon
anymore.
donathon,
Yeah.
yeah, she was up there. She was
Yeah.
really up there.
Yeah, no. Number 1 is Kai Cenat with 155,000 active subs, with 98.8 thousand of them being paid and 30 being K. I mean Prime. 50
Damn.
being gifted. Jesus.
Yeah.
My man's
that's
got
really nice.
56.4k gifted subs. Only 21 tier 3 subs. Damn. 42 tier 2. 98.8 thousand tier 1s. Damn. That's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, so much. Absolutely.
That is a lot. Jeez. But then the next question that I have for you. Actually, before we hop into it, since we've already been busy for, how long is it? An hour and 52 minutes. Damn. If you guys have enjoyed this episode so far, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow if you're on one of the audio only platforms eventually listening to this episode. And yeah, make sure you go check out all of my socials. They're down below in the description, show notes, chat. Otherwise, go check out fnv.crd.co to find anything to do with the show. Included there, if you're a VTuber and you wish to come onto the show at some point, there is a Google Forms link that you can fill in and give me all your info. That's a threat.
Please do. This is a great interview.
I appreciate that. And you know what, with that, why don't you guys also go check out my wonderful guest so far who has made this interview possible, Dancho Horang. Please say I said it right this time. I think it was Horang.
Horang.
Horang. Okay. Dancho Horang. You can find him on Twitter and Twitch at Dancho Horang VT. That is DANCHOHORANG VT. No, I did not stutter. You can find everything down below in the description, show notes, and in chat. It's everywhere. Okay, it's everywhere. Just go click it. Go click it and go follow my man. He's cool. And with that, this question that we have. Now, this is a fun one and a bit of a hypothetical. If you could rebrand, or rather, no. Let's make it. Let's change it from an option. If you were forced to rebrand, what would you rebrand into and why? No longer are you allowed to be a Tiger Beast Man casino boss.
So that's an interesting question, right? So I've actually had multiple ideas before coming in as a Tiger Beast fan, right? Multiple concept, multiple artist ideas. So I guess I will stick with maybe the top 3 I had in mind.
Okay, we got options here. Wait, no.
So,
No, don't start from top 1. Start from 3. Work your way up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, give us the most hype one last.
Understood. In that case, the first one I had in mind was possibly a shield or a turtle VTuber. A turtle VTuber who uses their shell as a shield.
Is that because turtles are also bald? I'm sorry.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes. Yes, something of that nature, right? Because I grew up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
You know, and I thought I've had a turtle several times, or sorry, I have kept several turtles as pets in my life too.
We have a couple in our yard right now.
Hey, and it's like I just grew up with turtles and thought they were pretty nice.
Yeah.
So like a sort of like a paladin turtle knight is what I had in mind. Yes, no. When it comes to video games, I mostly opt for the tank roles.
Okay.
Yes, it's either all in or all out. Like either full defense or full offense is what I go for. And so my second idea is something more akin to an underworld gatekeeper. The underworld gatekeeper, like a Cerberus type character. Yeah, just like how Cerberus is the gatekeeper for Hades to the underworld of hell, I was gonna be sort of like a gatekeeper for VTubers.
The way you said.
Yeah, no, I know what I said. I said it on purpose.
The phrasing just there.
Yes, I was gonna be the gatekeeper for two VTubers. That's like that mini joke. Yep. And that's like a sort of a Cerberus sort of character.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Do you by chance play League of Legends?
No, I hate LOL. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, good. There's a character named Mordekaiser. He's actually the reason I'm bringing him up also is because there's a joke about him.
I know
where
of some of the characters.
Brazil.
He sent you to Brazil.
Yeah, that is the joke.
Okay.
With Mordekaiser, because a lot of Brazilians play Mordekaiser, saying he is numero uno.
Okay.
Mordekaiser. Wait.
I think you mean Ja.
It might be Ja now because he had his own redesign and whatnot. But in general, like something of that sort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps with like a flaming head, no neck sort of deal too.
Okay.
And then the number one would be, let's see, he would be a Raven type VTuber, right?
Let's go.
Let's see, a Raven, because I really like Ravens. Right? My favorite bird types. A Raven type VTuber, right? And he would be, let's see, I would name him perhaps something like, I don't know, something like catchy, like Joe Crow or something like that. Although that wouldn't really work. Yeah, that wouldn't really work because I'm not a crow.
Yeah,
I mean, a Raven.
A Raven is still of the Corvus subspecies.
Right, but people would think of a crow VTuber, not a Raven VTuber.
Yeah.
But something of that sort. He would be something of akin to like a fallen monk sort of style, right? It's kind of like ravens within mythology, always of like death and misery.
Yeah,
and something of like a fallen monk, one who fell from grace sort of style. So yeah, those would be my rebrand ideas. If a Tiger Beastman is not specifically what I can go for, because I do plan to have my redesign that I mentioned earlier to the Arena Master eventually.
But you're still going to be like a Tiger Beastman.
Yes. I have to commit to it with my last name meaning Tiger.
But yes. Previously, if I were to answer that question, I would say that I would rebrand into a Horned Orb Weaver. Because it's a spider, and those things are fucking awesome. I'll send you a photo real quick. This is like one of the first ones that you get up. Why is it on Discord? Please, Discord. It's lagging.
Hey, I see Kazutora.
Yeah. Oh shit! It pasted 4 times. Okay, let me delete 3 of them. There we go. So
I don't like Discord duplicates like that.
Yeah.
Oh, these things.
So that is a Horned Orb Weaver. If you're wondering why it has those quote-unquote horns, they're not legs. They are like actually part of the carapace. It's so that birds don't swallow them.
Wow,
guess what?
Kind of clever.
Birds can't swallow them with those things. But recently I've been falling in love with crows. Just crows in general, the Corvus subspecies, and I'd also want to go for being a Raven type. VTuber. I don't know why. Crows have just invaded my life, and I fucking love them. And I have a good friend who is a crow VTuber. Why I hope to get onto the show soonish.
Yeah, no, I can get that.
Yeah.
It's quite the nice and wild trip to have all these amazing different variety of VTubers.
There's too many choices.
Yeah, it's just too many. I honestly, sometimes I thought about wanting to be a ninja VTuber just because I wish I could shadow clone myself.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many wonderful people to interact with just one of me, you know?
Just one of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the
There's
question
too
is,
many.
are you the real one or are you a clone? That's the real question. But
Who
okay.
knows? Perhaps.
The next question we have is kind of one that we've answered already. Why did you start making content? What, or you know what? What led to your dream of being a content creator? Oh wait, hold up. I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping bitrate.
No worries.
And we should be back. Chat,
Yes, I can hear you.
can y'all just quickly confirm? Are we back? We dropped some frames there. My bitrate dropped to fuck all. Can we just get a confirmation in chat? Type 1 if you can hear me. Okay, the bitrate seems stable, so I'm gonna hope that it's fine now. So yeah, we'll change the question from why did you start making content to what led to your dream of being a content creator.
Let's see. What led to my dream of being a content creator? Let's see. It's the fact, I suppose you can say, I just wanted. Honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I wanted fame.
Okay.
I wanted people to know who I am. I wanted them to hear me, to acknowledge my presence, that I exist in this world.
Yeah.
That's honestly the reason I wanted to get into content creation. It's because of like that little bit of shallow reason, but it's what my desires.
It's what I share.
Shout out to me. Yeah,
it's what I share.
Of course. Yeah, it's like right now, it's like, of course, my goal is to make people smile, make sure their day goes well. I love that. But my initial goal, the reason why I started out is because I wanted that fame. And I still do, by all means. But I have updated several reasons. But again, the reason why I want to get into content creation, why I want to make it far, it's because I wanted fame. I wanted people to know me. I wanted to get to know other content creators as well. And so like that's how I sort of just got into this whole endeavor.
Okay, yeah, I dig that. Once again, you're giving fucking my answers to these questions. But okay, then the next question that we have now, you mentioned that you did 16 hours of poetry in the last week.
Yes.
So I'm
just
gonna
yesterday,
ask. Just yesterday. So I'm gonna ask, what is your preferred type of content to make?
So my preferred type of content is actually to play video games.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing my games and I enjoy just like connecting them to my audience. But I am actually better at just chatting segments, interacting with my chat.
I mean, every time the couple times that I've stopped by, it's always in just chatting. I have never seen you play a game. I legit have never seen you play a game. Every time I stop by, it's just chatting, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I love just chatting. I would love to do it more. It's just I'm at that spot where it's difficult when you don't always have that many people.
I understand, and I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of my chat used to make fun of me a lot for when we would start the game. I would just spend like an hour, maybe 2 hours, just talking instead of playing the game that was advertised today.
Yeah, honestly, that's me with my art streams. Whenever I want to do an art stream, it's like half of the art stream is just going to be me talking shit. I've barely got anything done last time I did an art stream.
Oh man, I can get that. Like when it comes to gaming, it's something I want to. It's what I want to have as my mainstay. Like I love chatting, I love talking, but I also enjoy playing video games more.
Yeah.
But the money is figuratively. Money is where. Or just chatting is where the money is at.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to incorporate more just chatting streams into my content along with gaming, because sometimes with just chatting there are some genuine goddamn clip worthy moments, and then with video games there's also lovely parts as well. So I'm trying to like strike a good balance between the two.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I wish I could do more just chatting. It's just growth on YouTube is slow, if I can say it that way, and also the way that a lot of my community is a lot of people lurk, which means chat's not always that active. So it's like I have a bunch of people that are usually just there watching, listening in the background. But in order to do just chatting, you kind of need people to chat. Chat with.
Exactly. That's always that's actually always one of my biggest fears of just chatting. Is just like when chat slows down, then I gotta like pull up some fucking YouTube videos just like to keep something going, right? That's like my one greatest fear, but I haven't actually had to run into that issue yet. When I do just chatting streams, I always have at least that one viewer that is super interactive with me, carry on an entire 3-hour, 4-hour conversation.
Yeah.
Which I am so eternally grateful for.
Yeah.
And then whenever I play games, people tend to lurk a bit more. Right. Yeah. But I always appreciate there being lurkers, and I especially appreciate people being active in the chat. So there's always a pro and con to these things, but in general, those are the two type of contents I mostly want to stick with. And perhaps like later down the line, maybe just like talk show or like some other eventful sort of thing with other VTubers. Like I know a couple of people who do like the dating shows. I'm probably not gonna do that, but like
you can do a gambling show.
In the near future. I think Twitch would ban me actually.
Well, it wouldn't. If you're not actually like betting money or shit, then it's fine. No?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
No, make it so that it's like. Do you know Ludwig? Do you watch him?
Yeah.
So you know how he has like bro versus bro, right? Make it like VTuber versus VTuber, but gambling edition. So it's like me versus you in blackjack, me versus you in poker, me versus you in, a bunch of stuff. Fucking shogi.
Yeah, something to that degree.
Yeah.
Right? But who knows? I might not even keep the gambling stick when I do my redesign.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll definitely, I'll definitely have to see in the near future.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully, when it comes to that, maybe you would come to me too for some assistance in how to run a show and all that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, okay. Then a follow-up question: What's been your favorite game to stream so far?
My favorite game.
Please don't say League.
Actually, League of Legends. Actually, but no. Wow, which games did I enjoy? Let's see. There's actually been a good amount of games I really enjoyed playing on stream. For example, there was my like me versus Chad. There's always there's gonna be different opinions. Chad fucking sorry. Chad loves it when I play horror games.
Okay.
I dislike horror games with a passion.
Same.
Which is why Chad loves it when I plays it.
My Chad is always and constantly bullying me into playing horror games. I haven't given in yet, but they're probably going to win at some point.
I do it as a little little treat for them here and there. But the thing is, like, they can't ever call me a witch because I finished every single horror game that I have played from start to end.
Is a witch a little bitch?
Sorry, that's my censored version of saying bitch.
Oh, okay. You don't have to censor yourself on the show, by the way.
Thank you.
You can swear as much as you want.
In general, I try not to
Just,
swear.
just keep like 5 to 10 seconds between each swear, you know.
But yeah, the games that I currently am enjoying though would be Yakuza 0 and the new game Hi-Fi Rush. Those two games I've really been enjoying playing on stream with everyone else.
You know, I feel you on Yakuza 0. I've been doing a playthrough of Yakuza for a while now. Started Yakuza 0 a couple months ago, finished that. Then I moved on to Batman for a break. Then I moved on to Yakuza Kiwami 1. Then I moved on to Batman Arkham City, right? Yeah, it's first Arkham Asylum, then Arkham City, then Arkham Knight. I moved on to Arkham City after Kiwami 1. Basically finished that. I still have to finish the DLC. Then legit last week, I finished Kiwami 2. And I've got the rest of the Yakuza games.
Like a Dragon?
The newest one.
I don't think it's the newest one, but it's the one after Yakuza 0, or like the Kiwami, rather.
I'm gonna play Yakuza 3. Wait, is Like a Dragon after Kiwami 2? I thought that one's after 6.
No, so this is kind of how it goes, right? There's the original Yakuza.
Yeah.
Then there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think 8. I forgot how much it goes up to, right? And then 0, and then Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon is the sequel to the entire Yakuza franchise when they finally move on from Kiryu.
Oh no, I've not done that one yet. I don't think I'm gonna reach him soon, because I'm first playing through. I'm playing through them in chronological order, so that I can play through the timeline. So
yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't think I will, just because it's way too long.
It's very long. Me. So far, honestly, I've become a Yakuza streamer. I'm gonna be honest. I've become a Yakuza streamer. I can talk about Yakuza for a very long time, and like previously, right before I even got, because Yakuza 0 got gifted to me by a friend. Before that, I had like the tiniest bit of interest in Yakuza. But now I'm fucking addicted. I'm a Yakuza fanboy. I love everything to do with the series.
Oh yeah, I've known several people who are just obsessed with Kiryu, with Majima, just all that jazz.
My boy Majima.
I always have a fun time playing Yakuza 0 on stream.
Yeah. No, it's
just
a great
like
game.
Sometimes I just go stupid, go like "Ora!" whenever I punch someone, and
Ora!
and then there's the side stories, just like are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm just like, ain't no way that actually just happened, And then there's the underground girl
purgatory
woman battles. That I spent a little too long on.
Wait. I think I unlocked that late into my Yakuza 0 playthrough, and I never actually went into it.
Well, let's just say it's actually a lot more hype than you would have thought.
Is it? Okay. I do still have Yakuza 0 installed. I might just go play it off stream.
Playing on stream might be the better idea.
I mean, my chat's constantly telling me the entirety of Yakuza is YouTube safe. And so far, they're right.
Yeah.
I've not had a single issue. No copyright, no community guideline strikes, nothing. The entirety of Yakuza is YouTube safe. I will attest to that.
Yeah, no, technically the entirety of Yakuza is safe for Twitch as well, right?
Yeah,
including
I think YouTube is more strict than Twitch in terms of...
Oh, no, yeah, without a doubt. It's like if you so much to show a side titty, like at least Twitch allows that, but YouTube's like,
they come breathing down your neck. Susan's just there. See what you're looking at.
Exactly. Like it's sometimes they forget their own rules, and you see all these clickbait thumbnails.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is, you see what you can get away with, and as long as you can monetize it, that's what really matters, right?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Susan, just before my power went off, I saw that Susan's stepping down as CEO.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. Perhaps some things may change for the better.
Maybe. I don't know where things are going to go. Whenever CEOs change, it's always wild. You cannot predict where it's going to go. I mean, look at Twitter.
As long as they don't mess with the algorithms, I think we're good. I say that very hopefully, but not convinced.
No, I don't. No, they shouldn't be messing with the algorithm. The algorithm as it is right now is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a good spot. Nobody knows how the algorithm works, which is how it should be. Because as soon as somebody figures out how the algorithm works, then the algorithm is no longer going to be able to do its job properly. Because then people can exploit it.
Right. Yeah, and then, there's hoping, but with the new CEO, who knows,
Hey, maybe this new CEO might put a bit more of a focus on YouTube Live. We can hope.
You know what? If that is the case, who knows?
Would you consider switching?
We might see that. Perhaps, actually. Perhaps if they get some, if they finally get some good systems like Twitch, I wouldn't actually mind switching over.
The only thing I think Twitch still has over YouTube, channel points. Channel points,
the redeem system.
Maybe UI, and maybe moderation tools. That's it. That's all I think that they still have, that Twitch still has over YouTube. Because YouTube has raids now. Granted, it's locked behind 1,000 subscribers. So I can raid, but there's a lot of people who can't. So I'm hoping that they drop that requirement down to at least 500. They have gifted memberships. Granted, getting into YouTube Partner is tough as fuck. I should know. I've been trying.
I can imagine.
I've been trying.
Godspeed on that endeavor.
I'm only a couple hundred hours away. Actually, so it's kind of close. I'm saying within the next 3 months, easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I would. The only reason, honestly, I would switch over to YouTube is just because money. To be quite honest, because
they pay better.
Twitch has their 50-50 split thing, and sometimes that's just not fair, especially when they don't. I don't know when they have their terrible days,
Yeah.
And but then YouTube takes what, a 70-30 split, and I can deal with that so much better.
Yeah. YouTube takes a 70-30 split on super chats and memberships and super thanks. And then I believe it's also 70-30 on AdRev.
Exactly.
It might be a bit less or a bit more on AdRev. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, so if I was a huge VTuber, perhaps I'd consider changing over to YouTube.
Yeah.
But that might hurt my brand because it's a giant change. But we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna blow up, let's say Punkalope here, right? So when I had her on, she was about she blew up in the matter of 2 weeks. She went from having 5 to 10k subs to having 100k a week later. And then when I interviewed her, she was on 150. Right now, she's on her way to 400k. And previously, before that, she was streaming on Twitch. So it's if you have a blow up like that, I think it's a no-brainer that you're going to switch over because of just the pure numbers that you have.
Exactly. And losing 1,000 might be hurtful, but at the same time, going from 4,000 to 3,000, I think you can make that sacrifice.
Yeah. Going from 4,000 to 10,000, I don't think there's a sacrifice there.
Exactly. But I mean, in terms of viewership,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just we'll just have to see for the foreseeable future, what the transition may be.
We'll see what YouTube has in store for us in 2023. Hopefully only good things.
Exactly.
They've made some questionable decisions. Most of the time, I have the back of YouTube. I trust that they know what they're doing. They've been running the thing successfully for quite a long time. Nobody's going to be able to take down YouTube anytime soon.
Agreed.
Like, YouTube's going to be here a while. They just need time, is what I say.
Yeah, they're just no. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
No.
Like they are definitely here to stay.
But the next question I have for you, because I feel like we should be wrapping this up soonish. So I'm gonna skip a couple questions because we've kind of answered them already, and then I've got 3 last questions, which shouldn't be that long. So the third to last question I have for you: what has been the biggest hurdle you've had to overcome as a VTuber?
Let's see. So, is this going to be, how do I say? Is this like specifically? So I'm trying to get my thoughts. So,
Yeah, no problem.
The biggest hurdle I had to come over, I suppose you can say, is confidence, right?
Yeah.
Because when you stream for a while, you know, I've been now streaming for about 2 years, right? 2.5 years. And
when did you start?
You know, actually my debut as a VTuber, so I streamed for about like 4 months, just like as a voiceless VTuber or like a voiceless person. But officially, I started as a VTuber in March. So next month will be my 2-year anniversary.
Okay, you're going on the list.
The list?
You'll see. Just check your Twitter notifications.
Oh, well, I look forward to that. But so a 2-year anniversary is coming soon. And in these 2 years, I would say the biggest was like keeping your confidence, right?
Yeah.
Because you notice, you know, there's a lot of things that a lot of people can have in common with, right? Is that when you don't go anywhere, when you're kind of like stuck in that rut, it can be very discouraging.
Oh, definitely.
You're wondering how I can do this, especially if YouTube, is your only source of income. It doesn't quite pay the bills, and it can get even more demoralizing, you know?
Definitely.
And especially when it comes to jealousy. Jealousy and envy can be the ugliest thing a VTuber can go through.
I know that hard. I've got some deep-rooted jealousy and envy in me that I don't show it. I try my best not to display it, but I have it. If I look at somebody else blowing up, and let's say a new VTuber like debuts or something, right? They post their model reveal or whatever. It's just a silhouette, and all of a sudden there's like 10,000 retweets and shit. I'm like, bro, why? Yeah. What do I not? What did I not do? Why don't I've been doing this shit for 2 years, and I'm like barely over 1,000 followers on Twitter and 1,000 subs on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
That is exactly what a lot of people can be saying, right? It's just like when you see a VTuber who's only been around here for like say 3 to 6 months, and they have been like and you've been streaming for 2 to 3 years. You're wondering, okay, what did I do wrong? What did they do different? What's going on?
What do they have over me?
Exactly. And the thing is that like there is a lot of things that can go wrong, you know, especially with yourself. Like you can easily act up upon the jealousy. You can easily like blame them, right? And I'm sorry, but preferably just Simon, I don't agree with that. Just because they're female doesn't mean instant success, right?
I used to think that way. I used to think that way. No, I would previously agree with you, Simon. Like previously I would have said, yeah, no, it's because I'm a guy. Because I used to also have like, you know, a male model and all that. And I will say I have gotten more clicks and more attention since I've been using the female model, the gender bend, which that was not the main intention. It was a byproduct, but the main intention was just hot anime bitches, you know? Because why not? But yeah, no, I don't think that anymore, because I think that a lot of female VTubers also have to deal with more stuff than guys do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
A lot more harassment and weird people in chat than we do.
That's the thing. Like, I've mentioned this before too. There's like the whole like male versus female VTuber drama shit too, right? And you know, basically, I don't want to get into it too much, right? That's a topic for another day. But it's basically my belief that like female VTubers can, you know, they can grow easier, right?
Yeah.
Because VTubing in general, it is deep sea rooted in anime, which is all about waifu culture. Right?
Yes.
But in the long run, they will struggle a lot more than the male VTubers will, because of inherent sexism and because of this and that. Like, the male VTubers may find it difficult in the beginning, but once they pop off, they won't stop. So like, that's what I mean about jealousy.
Yeah.
You can easily just pinpoint us because they're a girl. Like, that is just, in my opinion, that is itself the very definition of the problem you're going to be seeking, right?
Yeah.
And that the jealousy, the envy is going to prevent you from seeing what you really need to, because it's just always a downward spiral. It's going to be a downward slope from there. So you really need, so in terms of the hurdle, right? Because even now, sometimes, like, I've been improving in my streams. I'm very happy with, you know, slowly but surely, you know, it's a slow burn.
Yeah, it's improving in streaming. It takes time.
Exactly. And, you know, it's just like, even I have my days where I get discouraged, especially with my current situation and circumstances, where I'm a little pressured to kind of speed it up, right? But in general, it's like, the thought isn't what am I doing wrong, but it's rather what can I do right?
Better.
Yeah. It's like they did something, male or female, they did something that helped them pop off.
Yeah.
So I need to keep that in mind if I ever want to start it. So it kind of leads to like the other question that I saw that you had for me that I want to answer. What's like my biggest weakness in VTubing, right?
Yes. I was thinking that this is a perfect caveat. I was just like, you know, waiting for a way to segue into it.
Yeah. So it's like my biggest weakness is marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing is the thing I struggle with the most right now, because unfortunately I grew up in an environment where everything was sort of kind of like handed over to, I would actually say spoiled, right? In that everything was kind of like in that regard was kind of like handled for me, so I never had to deal with that thing where I had another team, or I had, you know, another person deal with the advertising, the marketing sort of thing. So I kind of have a disadvantage coming to the VTuber sphere with that.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine who is starting his own VTuber company, right? He shared with me some of his knowledge, his wisdom, and he actually said, like, Dancho, you know, like, I mean this in the most objective way possible, based off like just being also your friend and also coming into your streams, is that you lack marketing. That's why you're not hitting it. That's why you're not growing as much as you like, right? Like, it is exactly what you need, and you need marketing.
It's your marketing and your networking. It's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm asking him, what the fuck is marketing then, right?
Yeah.
And he tells me, dude, it's you gotta spend money to make money.
True.
Like TikTok shorts, YouTube shorts, you know, every other platform. Don't just rely on Twitter and Twitch. You gotta go more. You know?
Which is why something that I've been struggling with. Like, my weakness that I would say there is short form content. I've got an editor that I pay her because we kind of made like some like a friendly a contract as friends, and it's just like I want her to edit shorts for me, but she's very busy, so she doesn't get the time. But I can't afford to hire a shorts editor for me, and I don't find the time to edit shorts for myself.
Yeah.
Or to find
that is
clips
honestly-
of this stuff. And like shorts
that can
is
honestly
your
be the
biggest
thing.
marketing spot where you can get any exposure right now.
Yeah. Right now, it's all about the ASMR content, the shorts that really hit it for like
Shorts and
VTubers and
TikTok and ASMR, yeah.
yes. Oh, I meant on YouTube though. But like,
okay.
yeah, that kind of thing can really be what makes or break yours. Because like, there are people, right, who can just blow up on Twitter and therefore translate over to their Twitch.
Yeah.
But expecting the same to happen to you, expecting that same luck, is
That's
frankly
it's absurd. Don't base all of your expectations and hopes on luck. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. It's no.
Yeah, like entertainment is 50-50. It's 50% luck and 50% what you put into it. Right? That's my personal belief at the very least.
I mean,
Right.
personally, I think it's more like a 70-30 split.
Mhm.
Because I feel
no,
like
of course.
luck plays such a big part in whether you can make it or not. Like if we take Jacksepticeye for example, right? Now, I'm not saying that his entire channel was made off of luck, that one shout out that he got from PewDiePie way back in the day. But that definitely gave him a boost.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But the
Like-
thing is, he was able to transfer that luck. He saw that boost in viewership and people coming over to watch him from PewDiePie, and he managed to keep them. That's an important thing too, because oftentimes with VTuber debuts, for example, right? You can see people debut with like 500 viewers.
Yeah.
Then the next stream they have 10.
Mhm. Yeah,
Or
and then
10
that
to
also
50.
kind of plays out into the whole encouragement thing, like morale. That it can really discourage
That can kill you.
because like praise can be said to those who gain the viewerships, but in my opinion, the ones who really make it into this market, this
Are the ones who
entertainment
keep it.
cutthroat business, are the ones who keep it. Exactly.
Yes.
Like that is 100% what I agree with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is mostly what I struggle with, and what I would consider my biggest weakness as a VTuber.
Okay. And then the last two questions, which kind of, they go hand in hand, before we ask the last couple questions that we have in the Q&A section, which, by the way, if you guys have any questions, the Q&A section is there. It's up at the top. You can click it, then type in your question, and only I will see it, so I will ask them at my discretion. But yeah, the last two questions I have for you are, what are your goals with VTubing and or content creation, and how has VTubing helped you attain them?
So obviously my role is to reach partner, right? And from there, I'm a greedy motherfucker. So reaching, YouTube partner, Twitch partner, and hell, I want to reach the same level of fame as the bigger, Twitch streamers and VTubers. I want to make it so that I can make a living, a sustainable income solely through streaming and YouTube and all that good stuff, right? So being able to get it through all of those is my goal, what I strive to do. And to be honest, I'm going to do what it takes, even if I have to step back a little bit, because I will soon be taking a full-time job to help sort of pay for a lot of future
endeavors,
VTuber endeavors. Yes.
Yeah, because as you said, what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah, it's kind of pay. You got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
So a lot of that money is actually going to be going into half that money is really going to be going to paying editors, because I can't be fucking asked.
Honestly, same. I need somebody who can watch my I want to pay someone to watch my streams and give me timestamps of when I can get clips, or from where I can get clips, and then I want to pay someone else to take those timestamps and make clips out of them.
Exactly. Like it's gonna be a little extra to do that because for some people, for a lot of editors I know, they do a system where like you send them a specific hour or like a
Yeah.
specific timestamp that you want, rather
Yeah.
than like staying in your stream. If they are your friend and you pay them and they like being in your stream, hey, that's a bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
But sometimes it can be a job,
Definitely.
So
Which is
really,
why
it
the
can
first one
really
is kind of like a bit of a meh. So it's more like I need my community to give me timestamps and clips and stuff, and then
that's why like
then I
I'm
can
planning
edit
to integrate.
it. Or
Exactly. That's why I'm planning to integrate like the stream deck thing where if there's a moment I particularly liked or I see a lot of like reactions in the chat, I'm gonna hit that button, so kind of like timestamp it so I can look back at to it and maybe like take it out for a clip, because at the moment, because I gotta suck it up. If I want to get there, I have to suck it up and do it for now until I get the money to pay someone else to do the ass thing, right?
Yes.
So it's just how it is with things, this and that. But those are my goals at the moment. That's what I strive to do.
That thing that you mentioned now about the thing with just like pressing a button on the stream deck and it gives you a key. There's a plugin for OBS 29 that came out a couple weeks ago from Harris Haller. He was working with Adam, and they made a plugin called Vertical, which I'm running right now. It's not properly set up for this scene. It's more set up for my gameplay scenes, where you set it up. It has a replay buffer on, and with the press of a button, it can save the last 60 seconds of of whatever happened in a vertical format with its own vertical scenes and its own vertical layout. So you can set your game or whatever so that your model is in a completely different position. Like right now, I'm looking at it from what I have. My model is like here where it shows on screen, you can see from my belly button. On the vertical, you can see my knees, basically. And then it has the game in the background. It's got all of the alerts. It's got a bunch of stuff. And then you just press a single button to activate that replay buffer, and it'll save the last 60 seconds in vertical format, ready for you to basically just post clean like that. Unless you want to do a bit of further post.
Okay, wow, that actually sounds pretty useful.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you after this.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
To make life easy.
Thank you so much.
I've yet to have the proper opportunity to use it, but it works. Although I've heard from one of my friends and mods that you cannot have the vertical replay buffer and normal OBS replay buffer on. So say if you want to capture the replay buffer of your full scene so that you can edit it later, you can't. What do you call it?
Okay.
It will crash your OBS.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
In that case, I'm gonna have to do a bit of workaround and just see what might be better.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're probably gonna patch it out soon enough. They've been working hard on it for a while, and they are relatively quick with patches from what I've seen. They had a day one launch patch and all that. So yeah, no, it seems pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. I can agree to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll link it to you. But okay, then
Thank you.
With that, we shall move on to the Q&A to answer the last couple questions, and then we shall end the stream because we have already been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. This has been a long one. That just shows that we've had a fun episode so far.
Oh, absolutely.
So, once again, just go check out fnv.crd.co for everything to do with the show, and make sure you go check out my wonderful guest Dancho on Twitter and Twitch. His links are in chat, it's in the description, in the show notes, and on screen. With that, the 3 questions we have. The first one from preferably just Simon. It is, you know what you must do, and I do know what I must do. So Dan, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
All right, thank you for the interview. Goodbye.
Would you like to hear the proper answer?
Sure.
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty impressive. Not bad at all.
Yeah. You want to hear my favorite tongue twister though?
What will it be?
It's a name. It's from, you've probably heard it. It's from Full Metal Alchemist. It is. Jigumu Jigumu Goko no Shirikere Kajari Jigyo no Sugimata Uramachu Furamata Kunere Tokoro ni Sumutokoro Yabrakoji no Brakoji Paipo no shooting on a good and I good and a Pompkapino Pompkanano Chokyume no Chosuke.
Yes, but you may also call me.
You may also call me Dan. There was a while. There was a while where I was learning that one Welsh town's name. Let me see if I can find it. Lanferpwil Gel go Gerich, Vindobil Lantisilio go go. That's the best as I can say right now. Okay, then the other two questions that we have. Darkwater asked earlier, he's gone now, but he asked, does your magnificent bald head make every glance or make every glare or speck of light that reflects off of stuff make conversations more intense?
It depends on the angle.
Depends on the angle? I mean, I'm sure if you just turn your head like this real quick, then it'll shine.
Yes, sometimes to avoid conversations, I would angle myself just so that the light hits into their eyes and I can slowly walk away.
You're just blinding them. You're just blinding them and walking away, and then you just turn a corner and they're like, wait, where'd it go?
Hey, sometimes I tell the sun to hit me just this
tiny spot.
Certain section, this exact spot on me, and so let me be free. It basically is what I'm saying.
Alright, and then the last question from Cringe, aka Skashi, my boy. What has been your weirdest interaction that you've had with a collab partner?
My weirdest interactions?
You don't have to name names.
Okay.
I'll add that.
I'm still trying to think. What would be considered weird, though?
Kashi, clarification, please.
Because like there's all sorts of weird things that can happen, but it's like what specifically are you looking for? You know,
my man thinks this is an off-credit. Little out of boundaries types questions, too personal.
It depends. It depends. Feel free to ask them, and then if I don't want to answer it, I'll just say I won't.
Oh no, I think that's what he means by like that's the weird kind of interaction.
Too personal. I see. So, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. I believe
me when I asked him to show me his scars.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Why did you just turn into Joker? Joker meets Pennywise right there. That's Joker meets Pennywise. You want to see these? You want to know how I got these scars, Georgie?
Exactly. But
I'll float down here.
I guess the weirdest question in that specific regard would be there were two types, right? The first one is they kept joking about my parents' divorce. That is something I am still a little bit sensitive about, right? Even to this day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not something that you joke about.
Yeah, like they kept like making little like dad and mom jokes, right? And you know, at a certain point, I didn't say anything because it was early into my career.
Yeah,
into my VTuber career. So, like, I didn't say anything. I was trying to be polite. When in hindsight, I really should have said something, right?
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit, like, I didn't say anything, and when I think about it, I genuinely don't think they meant to be mean. Like, I genuinely don't think they meant to actually be a shitty person.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I think they were just really trying their best to make, like, a lot of jokes.
Just didn't do it in the right way.
Exactly. I don't actually remember because I think it's been over. I think it was like a full over a year since that's happened.
Damn.
So I don't exactly remember why it ever even got brought up because I don't mention my parents' divorce that often. Perhaps they asked me like, "What's the?" No, they even they wouldn't do this, but perhaps like I said, like don't ever mention it as a joke. That's like my one boundary. Don't cross in a conversation. And then honestly, if they still joked about it, yeah, that's just that they're a shitty person.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was the cause. I don't know why or how it got brought up. But you know, it did happen, right? It did happen, something like that. And then another one is a little bit on the looter side, right? So despite how I am, I enjoy flirting, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy flirting and being a little perhaps like lewd with certain people that I know of, perhaps with the chat occasionally, right? But the thing is, I only ever cross the mark. I only actually get sexual if I actually know you. If I have no idea who you actually are, if you're just a name, then I don't want to do anything beyond just like casual flirting.
Yeah.
But there was someone who kept pushing my boundary and they kept asking me personal questions about like what kind of position do you like, or if you could take me, how would you, or like could you call me your good girl, and you know, things of that nature, right? I was extremely uncomfortable. I'm thinking, okay, you have to stop.
You need help.
You gotta, yeah.
You need
like,
some milk.
Yeah, it's just like just because I'm a dude doesn't mean like, you know, you can just cross my boundaries like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're man or girl, man or woman. Respect the boundaries of the sexual natures of people, you know?
Yeah.
So
Like
that
just
was
because
like-
you're a bit flirty it's not an invite. And that's
Yeah.
actually, you know, something that ties in with what we mentioned earlier with what a lot of female VTubers need to struggle with. Where it's like, you know, if they're just a tiny bit flirty, if that's just part of how they are, you know, they're just or their persona, if they are putting on one, then it's like some people take it too far. They
yeah, and then they get gaslighted and saying it's their fault for, you know, quote unquote leading them on. It's like, man, fuck off. But yeah, it's like those were probably the two most uncomfortable, like the weirdest kind of like questions I have been asked. Because in general, right? In general, like I'm a pretty open book. I answer a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Like if I don't want to answer a question, I just straight up say, you know, no hard feelings. I just
you don't want to answer the question. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a little like personal, you know, things like that. But in general, like when it comes to like weird things, like those probably what happened. Like if there's something funny, right? Like the weirdest, like funny moment I had, right? In terms of questions, like we were just basically making dick jokes. They were asking like how big I am, and I said, you know, it's this big, like this and that. And then there's like even a joke now within my community saying like, I say like, yeah, I got this monster cock, you know, in that manner.
Yeah.
So, you know, small, leave me alone. Sniff. It's not about the size. It's how you use it.
It's not about the size of the boat. It's about the motion of the ocean.
Exactly. So you know, there's you know, there's like those sort of deals.
Yeah. No, I get that. I make my dick is small jokes constantly. Like I don't take it seriously because I know. Like, you know, not to toot my horn or anything like, but like I know it's not small. I just like making small dick jokes. But you know what? When you make enough small dick jokes, your entire chat believes that you have a small dick. So you know, one day I'm gonna pull a Ludwig, and my balls are gonna get leaked. And then nobody, or I'm gonna cosplay a Stolfo with a monster can. If you know what I'm talking about,
man.
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
if you don't, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Don't look it up.
Don't worry. I get you.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's why I also say like stroke my ego, you know?
Stroke my ego, not my cock, please.
But yes, those are like the weirdest questions that have been asked to me.
Hmm. Uses a Japanese monster can for measurement. Honestly, yeah. When that Astolfo thing originally blew up Twitter, I was like, dude, he's using a Japanese monster can. Japanese cans are 330 milliliters. They're tiny bitches. They're about the size of my flashlight. No. And then the other day, it just the other day it actually came into my feed again somehow. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me look at this monster can. Ignore everything else, because I don't like seeing PPs. But like, ignore everything else, and let me look at the monster can, and I see it is not. It is like, it's not 330 mil. It is a full 500 mils. So it's like the mega version of the Japanese cans. Because like down here we have the Monster Mega, which is 550 milliliters.
We have American sizes, yes.
I'll put it into ounces. Let me check real quick. Let me ml to OZ. So, okay, 500 milliliters is about. Oi, why did you not put it? It's about 17 ounces, right? The Japanese size is 330 milliliters. That's about 11 ounces. 550 milliliters is about 18.5 ounces. So, what I was thinking, he was having an 11-ounce can, which is kind of small. It's like your regular Red Bull in stores. But then I checked, he actually had a Mega, which was 500 ml, which is 16.9 ounces. Which is, you know, it's a bit bigger. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll take it back. I'll take it back. My man's got a monster con.
Exactly. He's got that monster.
Exactly. Like that one vine of Danny DeVito. I'm sorry, I just dropped my condom for my wait, what did you say? My massive dong? My monster dong? Yeah, for my massive dong.
Yeah.
I dropped my magnum condom for my monster dong. That's what it says.
There you go. Yes.
My magnum condom for my monster dong.
Exactly.
Right, I think that's a good note to end it on, because we have been going for almost 3 hours by now. It's 2 hours and 53 minutes. This has then officially been the third longest episode we've done.
What's your longest?
3 hours and 22 minutes with Secret Subject.
Wow.
And the second longest is 3 hours and 20 minutes with Kyonko. Kyonko really badly wanted to go for the record, and I was like, no.
Honestly, I would have loved to go longer, but I do have to join a meeting relatively soon.
Yes,
they are like busting up my my phone right now.
Yeah, my bad. We've been going a bit over. I know you said.
No worries at all. It's not like the most important meeting. It's just it's something I do have to attend soon.
Yeah. As for Skashi, what you just said, I wonder if episode 69 is going to be a goal breaker. I've actually got plans for episode 69. I know who I want the guest to be. I don't know if it's going to be possible to get them on. So I posted on Twitter. Do you think, or do y'all think it will be possible for me to get @MerryDog on for the 69th episode?
Oh, MerryDog, the artist.
Yeah, from Merryweather. So,
Merryweather.
Everybody listening, I need you to go blow up that tweet, please. Let Mary see it. So I can get him on for the 69th episode of FNV.
It would be nice to have Merryweather on, but who knows? Perhaps instead of Merryweather, perhaps a VTuber can also be quite helpful as the 69th as a guest.
Feifei?
After all. Perhaps Feifei, perhaps anyone. Right? Anyone who advertises themselves as a VTuber.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get Feifei on. I'm still too small. Like that's an issue with growing the show. I need to grow myself proper to fucking be able to get bigger guests. Like the amount of times that I just get ghosted, nobody responds or whatever. It's just like, yeah.
No, I can understand. It can be I've heard other like talk show type of VTubers mentioning that that sort of like issue is very common.
Yeah.
And you can't blame too many people for that because they have
Yeah.
Twitter DMs can be ass or like they are generally busy.
Legit, that's the only reason why I would consider buying Twitter Blue if we had it here. Because I believe Twitter Blue doesn't put you in message requests.
Ah,
so if I had a verified account, I would go straight to people's DMs, and I would have a higher response rate, which most of the time I've only had like one negative response where somebody where somebody said I was cloud chasing. They don't want me to use them for their clout or whatever. They ended up graduating a month later, and they had barely any clout to speak of. But
well then,
they took my invite as a cloud chase. Which, like, I'm not gonna lie, there is a tiny bit of clout. I'm trying to grow a show. Of course, I'm gonna get people with at least a bit of a following.
Yeah, I don't personally like. It's like I said, I want fame. I want to network. So yeah, there's gonna be a bit of clout chasing.
Yeah,
right.
But I mean, that's to be expected with anyone who's wanting to grow. Networking is such an essential part. Yeah,
it is part of business. But at the same time, like I feel like people need to stop discrediting people because it's just part of the game, right? And be more receptive towards like genuine situations. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I think it would just be great to have you. I think it would be so much fun. It's just sometimes just those simple reasons that really should have it. Because if people hated those sort of things, then like what's even the point, right?
Yeah, there is none.
Yeah. And then sometimes I also believe like you don't have to be friends with every content creator out there. Sometimes it's fine to stay as a supporter.
Yeah.
Like
with me, I've made a couple friends out of the guests on the show, but most of the time, that's just what they are. They're guests. They come on.
Yeah.
I'd speak to them for an hour or two, and we part ways. We're still mutuals on Twitter. We interact on Twitter every now and then. I usually am the one that goes to everybody's streams afterwards and all that, and then sometimes people will come and visit here again. But like I don't expect them to. I don't expect anyone to come back. Like I know a lot of the people that come to the shows are here for the guest. They might sub, bloat my numbers a bit, and then not come back.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, that's just that's the game called entertainment.
Yeah,
it's a very cutthroat business, but at the same time, keep your head up, and who knows what might happen, right?
Yeah, and see, Scotchy, to give them a reason to come back. See, the reason is we'll be doing FNV again next Friday.
Absolutely.
With another guest. Okay, here's my pitch to anybody listening, right? And you want a reason to come back to the show. So what I try to do is I try to showcase VTubers from all over the community. That's what it is. That's what it's about. Yeah, Kira, you're still here from Loki. The Red Bull rabbits. And like I appreciate that. A lot of people have stock, but I don't expect it from anybody. But it's always nice for me when I do a show on Friday and then the next Monday I come back and I'm like, hey, you were at the show. Thanks for coming back. 56, I think it was about 52 or 54 in that range.
Absolutely amazing.
But
no, I understand it. It's the same feeling I get whenever there's like a raid I get. Like some people, sometimes just stay for that one night. It's like, wow, I think you're cool. And then, they don't ever come back again. But then you see those people who come back from the raid. That's how I actually met like my main man, my mod. I actually met the Max. He came from a raid. And ever since then, he's one of the people I trust the most on this platform,
Yeah. And same for me, kind of with Simon. Simon's been a very active member in my community, and has been, he's worked his way up to earning being a mod. To like I trust him enough to allow him some semblance of power when it comes to my chat and the moderation of it. And he initially came from another YouTube streamer, a friend of mine, who's graduated, unfortunately. But I had her on the show, and then a couple weeks later, she raided me, and then a bunch of her people came in, and I've seen a bunch of them again. And also just a couple other people. The other day, I got raided from somebody from... I got raided by Miryu Kotofuji when I was playing Yakuza. And there were a bunch of people that stayed after her raid as well. She's from... What's she from? I think... what the fuck? I had one of them on. Aurora Live. I think she's from Aurora Live. But yeah.
I see.
Also, Scotchy, to get Pipkin Pippa on is another issue because company VTubers. I've had a couple of them.
Yes.
I am waiting on one to get her on. She was supposed to come on, and on the day she fell sick and had to cancel. And it's been a mission to get her on ever since. I still really want to get her on. She's an amazing person, an amazing streamer. But yeah, companies make things difficult. But we will end that here. I won't keep you much longer. You're already late for that business meeting. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe, ring the notification bell, drop a follow on whatever audio only platform you're listening on. Make sure you go check out fnv.crd.co. That's everything for me. Otherwise, make sure you go check out my wonderful guest Dan here. You can find his Twitter and Twitch at Dancho Horang. Horang. There we go. VT.
Think of a Horang like whole strong, you know?
Horang. So yeah, you can find him at Dancho Horang on Twitter and Twitch. His links are in the chat, the description, and the show notes. It's everywhere. And with that, thanks everyone for stopping by. And I will see you all in the next episode. But until then...
And thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
No, you've been a great guest. We did just break the 3-hour mark. So you're the third guest ever to break the 3-hour mark. And for that, I am thankful. So yeah, with that, thanks everyone for stopping by. And I will see you all next time. But until then, ciao for now.
Farewell.
Sun goes down, our spirits free. Nothing left but our energy. Take my hand, we can go and see a world unknown. Come explore with me. No, explore with me. Yeah, explore with me. No, explore with me. No, explore with me.
Hey, my people who's stuck here to the end of the song, do y'all want to do a raid? Y'all want to do a fun little Zara raid post FNV? I wanna raid my boy Lumberjack Samurai. He's busy playing Astroneer multiplayer. I'm gonna raid into him. Because why not, right? We don't usually do FNV raids, but hey, I wanna. So if y'all are still here, make sure you just type in chat Kappa space Zara raid, Zara FNV raid. You know, I'll change it up. Zara FNV raid, Kappa, just like that. Just like that, as you see in chat. Why the fuck? Okay, wait, hold up. Why is Kappa not? There we go. There we go. It was broken. So why don't we do a fun little Zara FNV raid? And then, yeah, I'll see you all next time.